Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to VLE Challengers Cup 2 Ascension. I am your host, REBL, and today I'm joined by a great friend of mine in Storch. How you doing today, brother?
Doing pretty good. I mean, Robbie, we talk about big matches, and to this point, these are the two teams that have proved themselves, I think, the best in VLE, and we got a matchup between them today.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be crazy. Celestial Titan versus RPG, folks, for those of you tuning in. I mean, this matchup is wild because, I mean, we've got Celestial Titans who had a dominant first performance, and we've got RPG who had a dominant first performance. So, must I say, I mean, this series might be really close.
Yeah, and I think really what's going to end up here being the result of the winning team is going to be the IGLs. I mean, we see the micro from both teams. We see Pillow Fort. We see players like Izumi, right? So good with their aim. And I think it's just up to those IGLs to show them, you know, where to go, how to use that aim to win the game.
You're absolutely right. And I mean, so when it comes to Celestial Titan, I mean, last time we saw this team play, they took down ILH, you know, in 2-0 fashion with 13-1 and 13-3 scoreline, Storch. And this is statistically the most dominant performance from any team so far in this tournament by a significant margin.
Yeah, and that all comes due to the incredible performance of Pillow Fort across that series. 2 maps, 56 kills, 11 deaths.
My goodness.
That's a 5 KD.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, that is a crazy stat line. I mean, and I'm really looking for Pillow Fort to turn up here. I mean, granted, given their first score line, you know, I do believe that ILH are ranked lower amongst other competitors, so that result may not even be much. It might not even mean much for Celestial Titan, but based off their gameplay and the things we saw them doing that series, I still think they're a force to be reckoned with. And we saw Pillow Fort, the superstar duelist for the team, take the server by storm. Everyone, I mean, honestly, I think I speak for everyone when I say we're in awe of his performance, you know, including us in the casters booth, and I'm looking to see him turn up against RPG for sure.
Yeah, definitely going to be one of the big factors if Celestial were to take the series. Now, over on RPG, these guys are VLE veterans. They've been around for so long. CJ and Izumi, they've been playing for, what, like, probably coming up on 9 months now, right? They have so much chemistry between the duelist and the IGL. And I think that's just such a powerful thing.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, and I think those synergies are so important when it comes to that team dynamic. And honestly, when it comes to Red Panda Gaming, it's a bit of an anomaly for me, and I love this team for that. The players talk up a storm, the coach seems to be humble, and the performances are absolutely dominant. And I mean, I never know what to expect when it comes to this team in the server, Storch, but I will say, I know they have good fraggers on this squad in a very aggressive style with loud leadership. And this is a bit of a polar opposite to what we've seen in their opponents by the likes of Celestial Titan, who showed us a more principled, you know, slower style. You know, Celestial Titan love working the map and playing the mind games, while RPG just run at you. So we're getting ready to see the duality of man in this matchup today, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, and starting off on the Sunset, right? We saw RPG play this in their last game. They did win pretty convincingly, but it was a bit of a shaky start. You know, the scoreline was like 5-5, 5-6 at one point. They needed to do server time, and I think, you know, with the time that they've been given, they've surely decided to practice that more, and I'm excited to see what new things they bring to the table here.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, this matchup right here feels like a Fnatic versus a PRX or a G2 versus Gen G type of matchup, if you will. And based off the first appearance from RPG, which was against Operatives, a team that has a lot of history with us, RPG also took out their first opponent in dominant 2-0 fashion. And so overall, and I mean, this is where we start to just talk about what this series might even look like, and maybe even a possible prediction. How do you feel about this squad moving into this tough matchup?
I think there's a lot of big, not necessarily egos, but just big personalities on that team. And I think sometimes it can be like what really kicks them on, spurs them on to do well, but sometimes I think it can also hurt them. So they need to find that balance.
You're absolutely right. Blend and balance is one of the most important things when it comes to that too, because I think we talked about that in the last series that we were watching. I think it was an Icebox game, and the thing was, you saw a lot of trash talk happening in the server. You know, a lot of folks really focusing on the mind game aspect of it that's external to the gameplay, and it was kind of distracting them a little bit. So that blend and balance when it comes to that is super duper important, and I'm excited to see how Red Panda Gaming compose themselves against a team like Celestial Titan today, because that's definitely a part of the narrative that's so important to get this win here. And Storch, this is to qualify for the playoffs as well. This is to get that seed 1 spot in Group C, similarly to the other matchups we saw in Group A and Group B. So, and I think this one's probably the closest of all of them. So both teams gonna have to really lock in here.
Yeah, and I have no doubt in my mind that these are the 2 teams that are making it out of this group. However, that seed 1 versus seed 2, just that extra cushion of maybe playing a weaker team going into playoffs, it just can be so big.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, you get to relax a little bit more, you know, focus on the long term as opposed to scrambling to prep for that next match maybe. You know, this is a big win for both teams. Also, it just proves themselves going forward into playoffs that we are competitors. I think both teams are definitely competitors for the title, but whoever wins today, you know, I would edge them to the top of my power rankings.
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, these are both really good teams. I mean, top competitors in the tournament. I definitely agree with you on that. And this win will mean a lot for either of these teams going to the playoffs. I mean, even now, even for the losing team, I'm scared of them going into the playoffs because, I mean, look at the performances they had against their first matchups, right? They're only going to go up against one of those 2 in that bottom bracket, right? So, I mean, in my eyes, it's kind of already guaranteed that both of these teams in this matchup today make it to the playoffs. I think that's safe to say just based off the performances alone. And so, you know, moving into that, I'm so excited to see which one of these guys come out on top, because that's going to prove a lot. You know, if it's RPG, we're not going to hear the end of it, man, around here. And if it's Celestial Titan, I mean, just going back to the drawing board and just preparing to be even stronger for that playoffs. And just knowing them being one of those teams that loves the prep work and loves to really get into the server with a very structured idea, we're going to see even more of that getting deeper into the tournament. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and with this creativity and extra sort of effort that Celestial have obviously been putting in to keep up with their competitors, I think Sunset, you know, not really the most creative map in my opinion, but once we get to that Haven, I think that's when they're really gonna shine.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Haven's going to be really super duper cool, because I mean, Celestial Titan, they played Lotus and Haven the first time around, and they showed us a masterclass on how to play the 3 bomb sites. And then on the flip side, Red Panda Gaming, we saw Haven and Sunset last time, and Sunset seemed to be a bit of a struggle for RPG, you know, losing a lot more rounds in that game against Operatives in that series. But Haven looks like their playground, as they were kind of running it down on that Yoru ISO comp. So I expect to see that Haven go really well in today's series for sure.
Yeah, and I believe they had a Harbor as well. That was a really interesting pick, but they proved that it can work.
Really good stuff indeed right here. Now, all right, folks, we don't want to keep you away from the action for too long, so let's get this show on the road. We've got some absolute bangers ahead of us today. This is VLE Challengers Cup 2, Day 6. To be a challenger, you must always be in flow state. And to become a champion, you must ascend. Travel the road from challenger to champion. Go beyond your comfort zone or fall. From the shadows came through, but right now, Hoopa with such nice shots into the round, a 4th. Going through U-Haul, caught by the Cypher Trip, next 3 hit. And right now, Ekro looking to push through. He gets 4 on the round. Knights gets too far ahead of it, but there it is. Spray transfer comes through. The operator's close range. Going for the next one, and there it is. Shots come through. It's enough to take the diffuser down. And right now, Mango's playing around it very well. He gets all of them. Jadico. Ooh, the spray transfer comes through, and that's 3 for Jadico. Store here. Shots are going to come through the lineup. Ooh, he gets the clutch. There it is. All right, and just like that, we are at the map veto, folks. We're ready to get the action on Celestial Titan versus Red Panda Gaming. Already that ban on Abyss coming out from Celestial Titans RPG, banning that Lotus, and that was the map we saw so dominant from CLST in that first matchup, Storch, and so this ban makes a lot of sense, and we're starting things out on Sunset.
Yeah, I think Sunset is a map where I think it's pretty even. It's slightly more defender-sided, I think, but I don't think there's any clear sort of preference, and I'm ready for them to get sort of very principled gameplay. I want to see a lot of pushes, like deep CT, over pushing sort of after Spike Plant try to take that space away from the defenders.
Yep.
And on the side of the defenders, I want to see them, you know, not overheating. I want to see them playing very, very disciplined, very safe. I feel like the retake is very, very strong on this map.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. The retake is so good from them. And what I like about this pick from Celestial Titan as well is the fact that, I mean, this is RPG's weak spot. Although we saw a dominant performance from them in that first series, I mean, this is something that Celestial Titans are looking to lean on to really force out those errors, you know, and find the even bigger weak spots here. And they're really good at that, working the map. And as we move into the agent select here, we're also going to see, you know, what we get out from both teams. It looks like a bit of a change from RPG. We've got that KO there, but I see the chamber hover.
Yeah, and KO, I think that's an interesting pick on Sunset. I'm not a huge fan of it personally. I think that a breach just has so much more range off of his util. And it could be a lot more effective, but maybe if they are going with this sort of double controller chamber no duelist comp, it might work out because you're not trying to push that deep with the chamber. You're just trying to get posted up to an angle and shoot from there. But we're going to see the switch back to Raze and to Sova, and so, you know, a bit of an Ascent comp, but with a Raze instead of a Jet.
Yeah, have that Sova KO coming out, the Raze, and I don't mind that, honestly. I do agree with you when it comes to the range of that breach utility, and especially being able to, the Raze playing off of it so well. But I think the Sova KO is a very proven initiator duo, and I'm excited to see how they utilize it here on Sunset. Now on the flip side, looks like we're going to have a principled comp here from the side of Celestial Titans, probably that breach Sova Neon. We're going to hop back into agent select here, folks. Looks like Blue had a hard time locking the agent there. But yeah, that looked like it was going to be a breach. So got that Neon breach comp from the side of Celestial Titan, and something a little different. I wasn't expecting that from RPG, to be honest with you. I was expecting maybe some sort of crazy double duelist thing, maybe Izumi on the Phoenix or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, RPG, they do like to use their, like, sort of, I want to call it fun comps. But I think they've realized that this is a big game and they can't afford to do that here.
Yeah. 100%. I definitely think this is a series where you want to put your players on where their comforts are, for sure. And you want to play to the ideas that best fit, the play style and natural expression of the players. Because this series right here, I mean, the nerves are going to be taking up that mental space a lot. And when you're able to just feel your own natural expression on the agents you play on each of these maps, I mean, those nerves kind of don't settle in the same way. And, I know CJ, being someone who really likes playing into that KO, it makes a lot of sense that he'll be onto that. I'm surprised to see the Sova pick, but I think it'll work out really well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always interested in seeing Sova tech, and if both teams, as it seemed in that last agent select, are playing a Sova, looks like I'm gonna have some extra fun watching this game.
Yep.
Maybe take a few lineups. Always nice to see Sova on any map, honestly, other than Split. But coming into this one, I think that the KO, they really have to find a way to utilize it in a way where they aren't just throwing away the flashes, because the flashes are really the only util that the Raze has to play off of in this comp. If you're using that Sova, and the KO, you don't have any sort of big CC or big flash, KO flash, easy to see in some scenarios. Whereas even just a Gecko flash can be more, more usable, more effective at blinding enemies. And so I think Izumi might struggle a little bit to find activity.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, a lot of times we see that Sova KO pairing with the Jet usually. Raze, not quite the same level of explosion that you can get out of that Jet with that dash that makes so much space instantly. I mean, Raze takes a lot more space, but again, it takes that range that you were talking about with the Breach pick. Now, looking at the Sunset that we're checking out here, this is actually the old Sunset that we're looking at. We had a recent patch here, folks, that is the new Sunset with the B site changes, a lot more positions for the attackers to be entrenched in. So I'm actually excited to see how they play these comps around the new Sunset as well, because I'm going to be honest, Storch, that might be why we're seeing these comps right here. The Sova KO pick. They might think, okay, this is the answer that we need for this new Sunset and these changes. And so I'm excited to see the style changes with these B-side changes that we have as well.
I do think that it's a possibility that they've chosen this comp because of the new changes. But I think that just off the back of the changes, Sova is less powerful than he once was. Cypher is less powerful than he once was. I'm just curious as to why, maybe even Gecko KO or a Breach KO wasn't played, or even a Fade KO. I think Sova KO, it just loses so much possible pressure compared to a Breach comp, or even just any more active initiator like Fade or Gecko. And I think, maybe looking at that instead of a Sova could be an answer for RPG.
Yeah, 100%. And as we hop back into Agent Select here, folks, looks like we got the tech issues figured out, and we're underway here. And an instant lock from the side of Celestial Titans. So we got the Sova KO here. So it was Blue that actually wasn't picking last time. I thought we were going to get that Breach, but we got the KO, Storch. Wow.
I'm going to be honest, I'm very surprised.
Me too.
Especially with the Neon, I think that the momentum that you lose by using a KO is going to hurt you even more than it would a side like RPG. And, at the end of the day, these teams probably are prioritizing comfort. But in a big game like this, can comfort really substitute for, meta?
True. Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, in that regard, I mean, maybe both sides just at the same disadvantage, really, if you think about it. Both teams playing to that comfort that may not entirely be what the Neon might need, but To be honest with you, I've seen the KO Neon on this map. I actually like it. I think it's fine. You just have to play slightly more reserved than you would with a Breach Neon comp, and that's really all it comes down to. Like, you think about those A blitzes right off the bottom of attack, right? Where you have that Breach stunning that left line, Neon stuns right line, and then Neon's just go ahead and B lining over towards A main. You've got those B aggressive hits where he stuns B main on someone trying to get a quick peek, breaks Cypher Cam, and Neon just dashes right on in. You don't have access to that, so you really have to have that Neon playing a little bit more passive and waiting for those KO flash lineups to come through. And so I expect to see that in some of these early rounds by RPG here.
Yeah, I'm actually expecting the KO to hurt Celestial more. I mean, we saw how much they relied on Pillow Fort in their last series, and if he doesn't have that extra like bit of util to be able to perform, I think that's really going to hurt them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And now we're live, we're getting into the game, and we're seeing a prepared B hit from RPG, it seems. We've got Knife lineup, Paranoia ready. They're ready for this, but running into the solo Cypher, it'd be a bit of a... Your Paranoia though.
Yeah. Here we go, folks. I mean, only 8 seconds to get into this really good series we're going to have here. And I mean, make some noise, you folks at home. It's lovely early in this evening. And here we are. 4 for the side of Celestial Titans on this A side. Trusting that Cypher as go with that B hold. Dark cover already coming through. And the hits towards this B site. Recon. And you see it playing slightly slower around the choke point, getting through things here. Izumi already entered onto this backside, and the plant actually safe for backside Sooth, so they're going to play these new entrenched positions.
Yeah, and RPG has actually gotten control of market here without being contested and without using much of any util. But they're going to get quickly taken down as Komi falls to Pillow Fort. Pillow Fort already starting to get active.
Oh, Izumi!
Is he able to find one? Now, Ghosty and CJ. It's all up to Ghosty. 1v3 on this pistol. Bomb is not planted for him.
Yeah. There's the defuse. Pistol round for Celestial Titan. Now, the thing there for me is I'm thinking there's got to be some sort of miscommunication in the comms there. RPG planning that spike from safety back sight in the late Cypher lurk, and the clutch player for that team is not even from a position that he can take it down. So that communication going to have to get a little stronger going into these rounds.
Yeah, and we see that bomb plant just so unfortunate. And then playing into that market, it looked a bit like Snickerdoodle left Komi, and Komi was just isolated. There was nothing he could really do. He'd used his Paranoia earlier in the round. He didn't really have anything. And now we see another fast B. They're prioritizing the orbs onto the showstopper. You know, maybe looking for a different plant spot this time.
Spike planted.
And there's the plant to come right on through. Fragment trying to force things out this time. The game plan is to take control of this Boba space. Blue caught out, but the rest of Celestial Titan there, ready for the trade. And Ghosty, as always, very late to the party. You know, a little bit of damage done there. 2 players taken down for Celestial Titan, but other than that, RPG not able to find anything.
Yeah, and Pillow Fort, he's got 5 already. 1 off that Neon ult. And they're going to opt to give it to him here. This is going to be a really strong bonus, Robbie. They have the overdrive, they have extra bulldogs, they're going to have only one person on a pistol. And, you know, do they get active mid? Do they go A? What do you think their plan is here?
Honestly, I think that mid aggression is really good for both of these comps. I mean, as I'm saying that, Celestial Titan completely grouped up mid. But, I mean, just get a KO flash right through that top mid smoke, you know, get Neon with the overdrive, you know, go for those fights. And you don't have that breach that can basically stun all of tiles for that Neon to get in there too. So you really have to rely on different utility here. But looks like they're going to opt to go towards B here. Spike still in spawn for Red Panda Gaming. So they're going to play this one a little slower. Rifle round, so they want to start to decipher this mid-game setup here. First shot's coming through Komi. First one to land things for RPG.
Yeah, that's a big pick. Arcs now, leaving Celestial with no smokes, no paranoia. That's a big hit for their retake. And,
Oof.
zoning them, but Blood gonna get a pick onto Ghosty. And that's a rifle recovered.
Yeah, rifle recovered indeed, and I mean that was off the back of the flash from that KO there. Representative of what the impact he can have in the server here. Really good micro from them. Getting that trade, getting that pick, forcing that 4v4 here. And we have Asgo over towards this A site, and that's where the hit is actually coming. So he's going to play in the dark cover, try to stall, give his teammate the information. And look at this plant. It's actually planted for everything here, Storch. So this retake going to be really difficult for Celestial Titan. They're going to have to fight forward here.
Yeah, 4v4. Celestial really just looking for some picks here.
Ooh, pillow fort. Gets things in. Fast lane already down. Shots are a little bit labored. Gets taken down to the KO. Over towards elbow. Blue coming out of the smoke, but gets spammed by Comey there. And there's that response from RPG.
Yeah, and even though Celestial lost that round, I did see some nice plays. Like, they definitely practiced that retake. KO Molly landing safe, able to get the pick onto Snickerdoodle. I mean, it's things like that that are going to help them win this game. I was also surprised last round to see that Celestial, they opted to keep Pillow Fort with the Bulldog as opposed to using that overdrive and handing the Bulldog to Parks. And Parks ended up dying because he only had a classic.
Once again, a nice slow round here for RPG, trying to decipher what this defensive setup is. Azumi just going to go ahead and just grab that orb out in the open there. A little bit of B exploration, and this is what we saw from them last time around on the Sunset map. Azumi going towards B main, breaking trip, or baiting out that Vice wall, that comp they went up against last time. And they rotate things over towards A. And it looks like it's a fake as well. We've got the KO with the Spike, who's throwing that knife towards B. They're going to get this A aggression now. Pillow Fort. Storch is the only one here from Celestial Titan to handle this, so they're putting a lot of trust in him here to stall.
Well, the question is, Robbie, is it Pillow Fort is the only one here, or is it Pillow Fort is the only one here? We'll have to see. And he decides to back off, give up the site. You know, realizes that 1v3 against the showstopper is not really doable.
Yeah.
But 5v5 retake. And pretty even guns.
They're going to flash through it. Flash fight comes through. Lands onto Parks, but there's two trades immediately to come through. And the null command already popped. Flashbang going right over the site. Retake commenced, and there it is. Comey taken down from the top site position. Snickerdoodle left to do damage, but gets none. Ghosty taken down by the Phantom of Blood. And what a retake from Celestial Titan there. Really well done.
Yeah, and I really like the idea from CJ and Izumi to try and take that the alley space, but Celestial, they know how RPG likes to take that space post-plant, and they've just backed all the way up into CT, and then peak is 5, and they're able to get 2 for their 1. This is where that counter-stratting comes in, Robbie. I think that's the reason why Celestial was able to so convincingly win that round.
Yep.
Where are you? This goes here. That goes there.
Counter stratting indeed. Somewhat similar look here. Blood already getting the first blood of the round out of nowhere there at mid. And all of a sudden, already leaves Red Panda Gaming with 4 members standing.
Yeah, and Izumi and CJ, they're going to back up out of B, leaving Izumi maybe trying to go for another fake here. But no, they're just going to back off and regroup mid. And Celestial, we see they're ready for this. Arcs now gets the intel that they've gone bottom mid. Does he relay it to his team? Gonna go towards A here.
That's one thing this team loves to do too. Show that super duper early B main control. Retaking over here back towards A.
30 seconds
Looking
left.
for Celestial Titan, honestly, to just force out any mistakes here. But they're just not budging. All of these rounds, Celestial Titan able to play for the retake because it's just so strong. And here it is. Exec commenced onto the A-bomb site. The rest of Celestial Titan already here, ready for the retake. Hunter's Fury comes right on through from Blood here. Does land onto Ghosty, and there it is. Takes him down. Comey gets revealed, but does not get hit. So he's still that full HP. Comey playing from the same position as he was before. Top side here. Paranoid comes right on through. Doesn't hit Comey. Looking for the shot. Not able to land it. And all of a sudden, a quick trade comes right on through. Azumi left to do the damage, but Blue right through the Radiant crates right there. And the defuse comes through. Celestial Titan looking pretty dominant right now.
Wow, and the plan there for that retake was to obviously use that Soval, but then they were going to go in with that overdrive. We had Pillow Fort ready with the classic. But instead, he just slides in and he's able to find Comey without investing that overdrive.
Yep.
That's really big for Celestial. And now, RPG deciding to take that timeout. Where do you think they go with this?
I mean, I think one of the biggest things that Flirty's got to talk about here is that mental. Because I know RPG, very emotional squad when it comes to competition. And emotional in all the good ways. They care a lot about the scoreline through the entire series of the game. And so I'm sure the body shooting that Celestial Titan are giving them right now is just not good for the team. Maybe a little bit of tilting on that side. And they're getting a taste of their own medicine against this squad too. So not only are they dominating them right now, but I mean, they're really playing that mental game. And so it's time to get the mental back for RPG, because I don't even think there's a lot of wrong things going on here, to be honest, Storch. They look like they have a decent read on what they want to do early round. I will say they're going to have to clean up those post plants. But other than that, I mean, it's all about getting the mental together. And you and I both know that mental can affect how you actually play the game.
Yeah, and you mentioned last round about how RPG, they like to sort of show early presence, then rotate to the other side of the map. And against an underprepared team like an ILH, could be a very effective tactic. But here against Celestial, they've shown that they're going to read this. And, you know, I think it's actually hurting them and they need to switch it up a bit.
Yep. And gameplay alone at times is just indicative of how you're feeling about the game. And I honestly think it just looks like RPG already falling on their back foot into this one. But timeout coming out from Flirty should help things get underway here. Parks, one way towards A main, going to tap onto the orb. Looking to force any mistakes here. He's going to get away scot-free here, but it's a full push in this mid position. And Celestial Titan are just bringing them everywhere they want them to go right now. Snickerdoodle able to get a trade down, and Pillow Fort left by his lonesome. But I mean, they have such a good read at this passive early round we're getting this time.
Oh my god, how did Pillow Fort survive?
All good, Ghosty. We didn't see it.
And now RPG, they're ready to hit like B through market. And 3 members of Celestial ready for them mid.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, and Comey gets 2. A little bit of a premature peek there from Blood.
Thirty seconds left.
And I mean, RPG had a really good read on that mid refight coming through, flashing through the smoke. And I think, honestly, Sova was the only one able to actually come through and take the fight initially. The other two still in the dark cover. So, bit of an awkward fight there from Celestial Titan.
Yeah, no, 1v3 retake. It looks like Asgo's gonna make a go for this. How much damage can he do?
Doable scenario here. Jump spot from Snickerdoodle comes out. Shock bolts follow things up. And all 3 of them positioned. Ready for that high-low. Asgo playing the mind games at this point, waiting out the dark cover. But if he's going for this one pretty soon, he's going to have to get a tap onto that spike. Listening for the noise, but Snickerdoodle just gets the spam kill. And there's the response from RPG out of that timeout.
Yeah, I mean, clearly that timeout worked really well for them there. You know, looked a lot more grouped, a lot more ready to play together as a team. I think that's what they've been missing so far this game. Now, for Celestial, they get the early pick. You know, after that early pick, there's really only 2 options of what you can do. You can go for more or you can get out. And instead they opt to sort of sit around where they were and mingle. And it ends up losing them that round. And
Yeah.
Pillow Fort gonna fall early here into Elbow. That's a huge pick from Izumi. RPG now have all the momentum coming towards this A site. And they're gonna get bombed down in a very, very nice position.
Yeah, and this was quick too. It was one of the fastest rounds of the spike plant we've seen here in this tournament. And already that lurk from Ghosty underway towards mid. They're gonna have to check that out pretty soon. Blue, back is turned, reload came through. Sound is given to Ghosty there at Flash. Confirming things. Gets the first one, looking for the second. There it is. And that's it. 30 HP, job is done, gonna get out. Cyber Cage will come right on through, and right now Parks and Asgo left by their lonesomes to get this 2v5 clutch, and they might just save the weapons here.
And Parks able to find one, two, a third. Wow, and nice shots from Parks there.
Yeah.
That eco damage, it is gonna hurt RPG just a little bit. You know, they've got that like 2 or 3 more rounds of that buy if Celestial can rope together some wins. And now, Celestial, they're on a really awkward buy here. They're gonna finally invest this overdrive. But then they also have Parks on that Stinger.
It begins.
Once again, a very quick take towards this elbow position for Izumi. Looking to try to punish Pillow Fort 2 rounds in a row, but this time he's not playing here. Once again, Celestial Titan just playing for that retake. And this is the game plan here. They're aware how much map control RPG love to take in those early rounds. This time, Spike heading over towards B.
And that B site, it's fully uncontested. They have it for free. If they can take note of this, they don't even have to use that much util. Boombot spotted through from elbow. Izumi really just trying to sell that fake. And it looks like he's actually going to come mid and try to pick up that late market.
Yeah. And it looks like Celestial Titan are trying to go based off of a read here. And it makes sense, right? Given the guns that some of their players have. But the hit actually coming over towards the B site. And all is clear. 0 Point does confirm things towards that back site. Recon Bolt to clear any sort of flood protocol to come out from Celestial Titan. Fragment to follow up. Aldrone getting all the information here. And right now, it's all 5 here. As the counter utility starts to come out, there's the overdrive from Pillow Fort. Looking for his first, does get it. Blue also landing onto CJ there. Coming right through the cyber cage. It's going to be a spam fest here on the new Sunset. Looking for his next one, but Ghosty takes him down. Izumi, he's still left entrenched onto the site. They're going to have to deal with him. Spike starting to tick down more. Blue only on 12 HP. Paint Shells comes through, forces him off the angle, but Izumi doing the damage, and there it is. Red Panda Gaming really getting in their faces right now.
Yeah, and what a lurk from Izumi. That was beautiful. Came right up through mid, flanks them, able to find 2. You know, at a moment where it looked like Celestial were about to take the round, he shows up and shuts them down. And Celestial, they have another buy here, opting for more light shields even though Blood can get fulls. They've picked up, you know, those 3 Vandals on RPG. Light shield versus full shield, I'm not going to do anything. Taking some notes from Fnatic. And again, we see early A pressure here from RPG. Izumi is ready to run into Pillow Fort. He wants it, you can see it. But he's being instructed to just play slow.
Yeah, and I love that early round protocol from them right now is to get those inserts. Because, I mean, last round you saw it play out in CLST. And the rotations that they thought they needed. Once again, mid-fight coming through for Tiles. Spike in control, Celestial Titan off that as well. And Storch, last time we saw this fight, it didn't go Celestial Titan's way, so it looks like they found their response.
Yeah, I think it was the group up, and we see as soon as bomb goes down, they're going to use the null command. And Izumi's going to make a step, and it doesn't seem like Asgo has made note of it. And he's gonna fall. And that shows right there the importance of audio in this game.
Yep. And that doesn't even answer the question of how we're going to handle the spike, too. And rather, Comey actually is going to grab it, whip that from the shadows. Very good play here.
Nobody got the bomb. They didn't
got
shoot the
it.
ult quick enough.
Yeah, I thought they were going to block it there, but not able to take it down. And so far, Izumi has completely opened up this round for the team. And Comey whiffed that from the shadows, able to recover the spike. So now that it's planted, we've got this retake scenario coming through. Pillow Fort still alive here. Flash comes through from blue. Parks looking for any backstabs from main. You see Celestial Titans going into this retake, checking off every single box that they can. So far, very layered fragment. Ready for that towards CT. Fast lane comes through. Tap one of the spike. Paranoia to come through. And Showstopper invested by Izumi here. Looking for the kills. And there's two. Oh my goodness. 3 on the round for him right now. And he is the hero of this round. First with the lurk. Second with the ultimate. And that's the round for Red Panda Gaming.
Now, the momentum, it's fully shifted into the hands of RPG. I really like how CJ is leading these rounds. Really nice inserts up to elbow. And now it's up to Celestial to sort of figure that out and make a protocol for it. And Celestial, they're going to opt for the timeout. You know, after going up 4-1, now RPG's come back 5-4. I think, you know, this is a good use of that timeout.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good time to just kind of sit back and think about the game plan going into this. Because right now, I mean, RPG are showing us a lot of the same early round, you know, patterns. And I wonder when CLST are going to pick up on that.
Yeah, and if I'm Celestial here, I'm going to look for a little bit more sort of space-taking plays. I think they're giving up too much of that space. But they also have to recognize, you know, after that first pick, maybe it's time to get out. I feel like Celestial, they've spent a lot of time, you know, they get their picks and they sort of sit in that same area and it could be the death of them. And so I think they need to change that.
Gotta go.
Getting back into it though, it looks like we're going to see a full B hit here from RPG. A little bit of a pace change up from past couple of rounds. And Celestial, it looks like they're actually going to go for a push here.
As the fight comes through, no utility needed. 2 kills already for RPG. Such an awkward engagement from Celestial Titan. And that's indicative of what we saw from them in that mid space. The grouping wasn't too good on that fight there.
Yeah, and losing 2 for the 1. It is Izumi that goes down, but it's also Pillow Fort. And now, 3v4 retake, they kind of have to play off this A site. They don't really have any ults to use here. They can't really get a Cypher ult down right now. RPG, they're going to take their time, waiting, hoping that the other team is going to rotate away, but they don't know that all of Celestial is now towards B. The site is fully free. Can they take their timing?
Timing they will take.
30
Already out here
seconds
getting the spike planted.
left. Spike
And you see,
planted.
CLST, I mean, this is the umpteenth round in the row that we've seen them get the wrong read. You saw that very early regroup over towards B before any information was gathered from RPG. And that take immediately comes through for A. All of CLST actually split up right now. I mean, Phantom recovered, but gonna have to win out this fight against the Cypher. Where he's there, Ghosty still winning it out. And that basically takes them out of this round.
Last player standing.
Yeah, especially with that last pick. Asgo, he's going to find himself a rifle, but that's about it for this round. All in all, not a bad save from Celestial, but Pillow Fort, he is on a questionable buy for next round.
Give me a moment.
And RPG, I think they've really figured out how to play this map. You know, the last series, it looked a little bit questionable. But so far, they've been using a lot of pace changes, and it's really throwing Celestial off. Celestial, we know, they're a team that rely very heavy on their reads, and CJ right now just not allowing them to get any reads.
Yeah. And that's that anomaly I was talking about in that pregame too, right? I mean, RPG just always throws something different at you every round. And it takes so much to be able to adapt to that. And I think right now, that's the struggle we're seeing from CLST. They're used to that principled gameplay, used to maybe a more predictable structure in their opponents. And they're struggling against this complete anomaly right now. Parks left to do the damage on B, and I mean, he just can't stall it out. Cypher setup is no good for them either. Asgo, the only one left here as the rest of the team rotates in towards Boba. Aldrone to come through, clearing out towards Market. It looks like they don't want to quite take control of this space, but they want to know what's up here. Snickerdoodle playing from a dangerous position, but there it is. Null Command comes right on through, and you see how much they need this round. Taking down CJ, gonna start getting the res onto him, but the spam is enough to take him down again. Izumi trying to get the res, but gets the pick on the Asgo coming right out of Market. Right now, Pillow Fort using all that momentum out of that Neon that he can. Fast lane to cover the diffuser, and right now the Hunter's Fury to come through that completely stalls things out. And I don't think they're gonna have time for this one. The flash, it was good from Blue, and he does take them down, and the diffuse, it's being stuck, but there it is. Cybercage just didn't last long enough, and that's round number 7 for RPG.
RPG guaranteed to be up going into defense here on Sunset. This is such a good position for them to be in. It's just now up to them, I think, to sort of prepare for defense. This round, I think they just need to scare Celestial. They need to do something, anything for shock factor. And it might throw Celestial off going into their attack half. And that's going to be really, really nice for RPG. Should they cause some ruckus this round. We're going to see it. Early fight. CJ going to pick off Blue. Pillow Fort is going to be forced to back off all the way into Alley. And they're going to have to give up the site. Now, we do have a few ults down here from Celestial. Sova ult's ready for this plant. It's going to come down. Can Blood find anything? And he's going to find 80 damage onto Izumi. But, you know, not much. Celestial, they need a pick here.
You know, I mean, they're doing such a good job of stalling this out. Even Ghosty, once again, getting so much impact on that lurk right now. He's been a thorn in the backside this entire game so far. Even the Neural Theft to further add impact from his play in this round. Parks going down, and all the bodies dropping at once. Comey finishing things off. What a dominant clapback from Red Panda Gaming to finish off that half.
Switching sides.
Yeah, and just the way that round went, that early fight, just felt like, you know, RPG, they never stopped moving forward. And I think that's exactly what I wanted to see from that round. RPG invoking that fear in their opponents. You know, Celestial, they have to find a way to recover their footing, but they're on attack, so it's going to be a little bit challenging to do so.
Caution.
Yeah, and we lost so much structure from them in the end of that defensive half from them as well. You saw those retakes were so dismantled in a way that we usually don't see from this team at all, especially based off the first games we've seen from them. So, not really playing that same drilled, disciplined style. And this is where that juxtaposition I talked about in the pregame comes in. How RPG just run at your face, and Celestial Titans like to take things a little slower. It looks like they're not responding to that pace very well right now, so I'm looking for that change to come out here on the attack, but I mean, way to start things off. Not so good for them. Pillow Fort already going down, and that's the Duelist on the side of CLST out of the equation already into this round, but Blood, really good follow-up. Recon Dart clears things out backside. Aldrone getting nothing. So far, CLST sitting a bit comfortably here.
Now, Izumi is about to get some contact here on A. It's just up to them if they're going to clear this. Asgo's going to find a pick onto Izumi, and now the whole A site's open. And Celestial, they're going to capitalize off this. Now, do you see that both Parks and Blood very low? CJ, I believe, is able to land dinks onto both of them.
Spike planted.
The bomb's gonna go down. Blood up mid late, but that tripwire is there, and he can't get past it. Gonna break now. That's another threat for RPG. They have to be aware of that flank. They have the site now. And blue is going to
Looking
make a
for the
step.
retake. Ooh. Yeah,
One
completely
enemy
caught out by
remaining.
that one there. I mean, the damage comes through from
player
Parks,
standing.
but jump spot from Ghosty. They're only 1 HP on Blood. What a headshot.
See, wow. What a round.
Clutch.
And some question marks coming out in the chat here. Love to see that competition. You know, RPG, they've always been really big on doing anything they can to affect their opponents mentally. And I think they've invaded their heads here.
Yes, this should do.
Celestial, I think they have to stop looking for as many fights. It's been ruining them early round. Just so much damage, and then going into that post plant, there's not really anything they can do. Even a classic right click, one bullet hits them and they're dead. Scaling up towards mid here. Celestial, they want to hit through bottom mid, but that trip, it's just gonna set them off. And CJ is so ready to spam off this. Flash comes through. CJ gets immediately picked off. Blood, nice trade. And Celestial, suddenly they're up numbers 4-2. This is a big round from them. And Ghosty, he's just struggling to find a way to get out.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a good response, too, with these types of weapons. Going for that top mid space, really taking the fight to them. Looks like RPG just weren't ready to respond to that, too, and it's these types of rounds you really have to pull something out of your pocket here, but already numbers dwindling for Celestial Titan just off that alone. Parks playing around the dark cover here. Pillow Fort able to land off the frag, backside onto Snickerdoodle, and Ghosty with the Bulldog left to do the damage, but Pillow Fort is still alive. 3 kills onto the round, and there's your response.
I have to say, that was a really exciting match, or round to watch. You know, just running up through that mid, there was always engagements coming down. And then Celestial, they went up 4-2 in numbers, then gave it back. And the numbers were 2-2 for a while. Celeste is still able to capitalize off that round, though.
Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here. That goes there. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Now, a fast B exec
Cage triggered.
from Celestial. Gonna grab the orb to overdrive, but all of RPG is coming up mid, and they're gonna run into Ghosty here.
Ooh, Asgo in such a good position to shut this down. Takes the first one, but doesn't... Oh my goodness. Just doesn't
And the knife
expect
down.
any more there. And look at this refight, too. There are 4 here from the side of CLST. Looking for that. Phantom of Parks does go down, or Comey, rather.
One enemy
He's
remaining.
looking to get out of there. Snickerdoodle. Too many bullets to get away from Ghosty. Trying to dance around the Matrix here. Aldrone tagging him out. The only thing he can really look for here is damage. And off that round alone, you see Celestial Titan start to work that momentum back in their favor. Starting to recover some rounds here, and it's starting to look more structured, too.
Yeah, and I think with these comps, there's not much you can do in terms of initiating fights on defense. And so I think it might have turned this map into more of an attack-sided map. And we talked about this so much pre-game, but the importance of that breach, both teams missing out on it, and I think it's just left a gaping hole in how they're playing the map.
And once again, super quick over towards this B site. This time, 3 from RPG are here. Looks like they want to show that aggression, maybe pull some rotations here and just slow down. And you see, they understand RPG's reactive playstyle too. And they're trying to play to that. Early B main aggression, come towards mid, re-clear. We expect people to be walking down as go. Looking for the A re-clears as well. Really well drilled from Celestial Titan so far in this half.
And Snicker better might get an engagement here should they go towards A. No, Celestial. They're re-clearing out mid. And Blood, he stayed B main. It looks like they're gonna go for a market hit here.
Shutting them down.
KO knife. It's gonna find its way. Not clear anything, but Blue and Snicker, they're gonna fight, and Blue's gonna take him down.
30 seconds left.
Now, opening pick onto the A side. RPG's gonna get rotates coming out, the fake flash, and now Celestial, they're all the way onto B, pushing the site. Pillow forts in.
Ooh!
CJ gets one.
Oh my
And nobody's
goodness,
there to
what a
get
shot
Pillow
from
off.
CJ. Yeah. And that's it. Spike already getting planted too. It's going to be the spam from main. Blood able to get the first one out, but Storch Asgo is going to be a difference maker in this one. Shutting down these walk-ins towards market. Cage going to be triggered. Ghosty looking to get the Cypher diff here. Just runs right through it, but Asgo takes him right on down. Comey left onto the site. Neural Theft confirming his positioning here. Fragment already onto the spike, and he's just got to get out of here.
And CJ finding a really nice pick on that entry towards Pillow Fort, but, you know, he just peeks a little bit too much. You know, he goes for a little bit, he chews off more than he can bite, let's say. And, or bites off more than he can chew. That was just...
I'm right there with you because this game has been that
yeah.
crazy.
No, but, CJ just over peeking into main, gonna give up that pick. Blood also got one onto backside, just leaving RPG in a disadvantage. And now another timeout, the last one coming up for RPG. What do you think they're gonna focus on here?
I mean, right now it has to do with the reactionary rotations that they're giving. I think there's a lot of over rotations, especially that round. Just based off of that A pick, I mean, I'm assuming there wasn't a death com given by the Sova player, but the moment he got killed, there was absolutely no reaction from Celestial Titan off the back of that kill. But there was a big reaction from Red Panda Gaming. So that discipline going into this late game, you're gonna have to start talking about let's keep down onto these sites. Be careful with those rotations because it just gave CLST so much space that round when the Raising KO rotated too early.
Yeah,
No more
and
charges left.
Celestial, they found their footing again, bringing it back. Very close match so
This
far,
goes
and
here.
oftentimes we see this in games. The rounds really come in swings. You know, one team will win 3 in a row, the other team will win 4. And this is really starting to look like that.
Ooh.
And a big pick with the stinger coming out from Comey. CJ gonna look for a pick, gets tagged. And RPG, they're still ready for this site hit. And they seem to be scaring Celestial off. Bombs going towards B.
And once again, this is where we talk about those over rotations. Cypher already not sticking to his site here, but I mean 4v4, so they're going to play to the numbers here. Not a bad idea. A TP out onto the site, get the spike planted here, looking for the tripwires. And there it is. 4v4 retake we're going to get here. Now, we've got a Hunter's Fury on both sides. Neural Theft for RPG from the Shadows from CLST. So I'm definitely expecting to see maybe a few of those come out this time around. RPG especially if they want to take this round away. Art of the retake commencing right on through. Backside control taken. Right now, it seems like they're very aware that it's going to be a spam fest here. Grenade comes right on through. And the spike already half. They're going to have to swing wide into this one. And he's just defusing it.
Wow.
What an error. A monumental error at that by the side of Celestial Titan. Planting not even for main.
Yeah, and that's a
Wow.
huge mistake. They had that round in their hands, and they just fumbled it. Very surprised. That's not something we typically see here from Celestial.
This goes here.
No. RPG, they're grouped up towards A. Again, kind of wanting to take that
This is
space.
my spot.
But Celestial, looks like they want to go towards mid. Yeah, and mid they go. Cypher and Omen are going to be caught out by that KO knife. And the drone's going to get that more intel. They see minimum of 3 towards mid. Yeah, and we see them preparing for this. Snickerdoodle's going to rotate through spawn. But Celestial, they're back towards A. Better pick up contact on Izumi. Drone's not going to clear. And Izumi notices this and he's just going to back off. Really disciplined play. It's not something really used to seeing from Izumi.
Yeah. This time he's playing onto the site. All the heat's going to come to him. Fragment coming out. Try to take him out of position, but the stun comes right on through. You just can't play there against that Neon comp. But Snickerdoodle goes for the Hunter's Fury, but it gets completely nullified from Blue's null command. And right now, we have a 4v5 retake for the side of RPG. Looking to get aggressive over here towards CT, and that's it. Taking down 2 kills alone right there was enough to really secure them this round. RPG only 2 left standing. Asgo right there from main Pillow Fort to finish things off, and 5 left standing for Celestial Titan 2. That economy is starting to stack up.
Yeah, and after that unfortunate round, the round before last, you know, Celestial, they're finding their footing again. Blue really doing a great job on this KO here. Beyond just his frags, his sight fakes, you know, every time they've gone towards B after going A early, they've had a KO flash coming through. RPG hasn't picked up on it, but Blue, it's just been really great from him. Pillow Fort all the way up into elbow. Celestial just gonna crash on this A site.
And it looks like they want to get aggressive towards mid too. Asgo is able to take him down, and yeah, Blood finding that on the flank too. It actually kind of signifies things are coming towards this flank, but CJ with the Sheriff doing a great job, and that's a rifle recovered too. Fight over here towards the spawn, and so far RPG are making it look really good. Blue left over there with Blood. CJ trying to use the null command to get that second life. Fight comes over through, and Izumi landing the direct impact of the showstopper onto Blue, but takes himself out in the process. Ghosty left with a stinger in hand. CJ taken down. Cage gonna come right on through, tap one of the spike, and Blood gonna have to confirm it pretty soon here. Sees he's not on, gets right back out of it, and Ghosty no more chances in this round. And that is round number 9 for Celestial Titan.
But Ghosty is gonna confirm. Oh no! Blood, he's actually found a cubby from the spike. It's not gonna hit him.
That's when we strike.
Both teams opting to plant for elbow and main. Really strong position if you can get, you know, full control of the site. I'm really liking how they're playing this.
It's so textbook. And we're used to that from them. I mean, they're getting so many errors that we're not used to from them, but I mean, that's just really the nerves from this game. I think they know what they need to do here. 0 point coming right on through, nullifying any sort of pushes towards B main. You see them aware of that explosive style that RPG love, just shutting it down every single round, and they've done a great job of this so far in this half. Responses weren't found in that first half. And this is the story of the IGLing too. We talk about that. That's one of the biggest narratives in these series so far. How good can your IGLing get you through this? Blood with a tall task at hand to get this squad to play adaptive, acclimate to the style of RPG. And looking at this scoreline, Storch, I mean, they've done it well. 9-10 right now. And if they get this round, they're right back in it.
Celestial, they're looking for this B split. I know they're just going to come back B. Insert Parks. Parks in such a round winning position here. Looks like they're going to hit. Counting it down. And they're out. Pillow. Coming into market. Finding the pick onto Snicker. Pillow, he's going to look for more. Pillow for it. Overheating. And honestly, I don't mind it. He needs to find his footing here in this series. He just has not been able to have remotely the same effect that he had in that first game. And to get him online here might lead to a round win, but no, he's going to get shut down by Comey. Blood and Blue going to get picks. Izumi now in a 1v2. Both members of Celestial, they're isolated. And he's aware.
Oh my goodness. Battle of the Titans. Blood The Celestial Titan in the scenario, 34 HP. Tap comes onto the spike, but he's played time so well. Izumi has given that all that he's got in blood, still getting the kill after that. It is tied 10-10. Oh my goodness. I thought Izumi might have had that one.
Yeah, and Celestial now in such a good position. RPG forced to go on that save. Celestial, their eco is starting to look really good, and Robbie, they still have that second timeout in hand.
And 5 ults. Ugh.
Yeah, such a strong position. Looks like they're just gonna try and crash a site here, but they're gonna run into Izumi and Snicker.
Ooh. Marginal error by Snickerdoodle there. Completely caught out in the open. And right now, Celestial Titans giving RPG a taste of their own blood. I mean, the aggression has been so well done, but Parks going for the spike tap. Gets completely forced out by the Stinger in Market there. Pillow Fort looking for the frags in Market. Following up this time, Paint Shells coming right on through, and even the fragment to try to deny plant, but it's too late. We've got a 4v4 retake here. Once again, Celestial Titans in a real comfortable position this time, making up for what the deficit was last time, but Pillow Fort with the kills through the dark cover. Looks so good. 30 HP from Comey.
Yeah, and Pillow Fort 2 through smoke. That's huge. Give Celestial
they've
heavy
done it.
numbers advantage again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like
They've regained this
10-11.
lead off this right here. Blue getting the next pick, and Comey not able to find a trade onto it. And Asgo right through the cyber cage. I mean, what is this game right now?
Yeah, how many kills did we see through the smoke that round? At least 2 from Pillow Fort, 1 from Asgo. That was crazy. And now, Kaowult invested by Celestial. Is that something that they're gonna maybe regret?
This should do.
Going against actual weaponry here, they don't really have much to hit the site with in terms of ults. But that being said, RPG has no ults to respond with. That Neural Theft and from the shadows just not very effective at winning rounds.
Yeah, and it's
And
immediate
Ghosti-
mid control taken too.
Ghosty has his double trip setup, hoping that they're gonna break one, fall into the other. And Celestial, they've been on the site and now they're just gone. CJ finding a big pick onto Blood. That's no more Sova ult. Post plant now for Celestial, looking much weaker. And Paranoia from Parks there from spawn to re-clear out mid. That's just so nice to see. That util usage. We talk about that with Celestial all the time. It's definitely their strong suit.
And I love this regroup as well. Plant Seeds of Doubt, completely cutting noise towards this B extremity. Looking for the Omen to rotate towards A, and they saw that Paranoia come from that way as well. So, see these rotations right now. 3 members from Red Panda Gaming towards that A site. But this is the re-hit towards B that we're getting out from Celestial Titan, and have they played the mind games well enough? There it is. Cypher utility completely nullified coming into this. 0 point landing onto him. And they're looking to take back site control. Pillow, he's doing it by himself. Gets the headshot and gets out. And there's that spike plant. Once again, 4v4 retake. This time, Overdrive is in the mix, but Snickerdoodle with the pick. Pillow Fort trading things off, and 3 on the round. What a nice job done from him. The mechanical prowess already coming out, but Comey getting that trade. Completely takes him out of the equation here. Asgo left on the 30 HP, and the paint shells come through. Takes him down, and it is the battle of the Omens. Parks, 30 HP. And he hears it towards main. Able to tap onto the spike and get it at least halved. Spam starting to come through the smoke right now. Gonna have to go for the reload. Halved onto the spike, and Parks, he can't get it done. The secondary caller from the side of Celestial Titans. Man.
And that is a round that RPG absolutely needed.
Yep.
And RPG, they're not even gonna have a full buy here. Ghosty, he is gonna have a rifle, but so many light shields. And you see Izumi, he's gonna save maybe for that rifle next, but no, he's gonna buy up. And another 5v5 with rifles. Such a close game, Robbie.
Yeah, this is insane. 11-11 and a quick take coming out towards A. Comey looking to do the damage. Pillow Fort taken down. And Blue trading things off. Hunter's Fury coming through from Blood to try to make things a little harder for the retake to come through from RPG. Paint Shell's already invested, so that's one thing they don't have coming into the retake. Boombot on top of that as well. Aldrone getting invested just now going into the retake. A double reposition over here towards Elbow, and you already see Celestial Titan starting to take in these retake protocols, or post-plant protocols rather, as the attackers. RPG initiating the retake. Flash coming out towards Elbow. Parks protecting things over here. Shots are a little bit labored, but still, the team fight comes right on through, but the fuse is still underway. Gets off the spike. Izumi taking out the showstopper, but gets taken down. Snickerdoodle caught in the crossfire. And Celestial Titan with a quick response and the body shots to come on the top of it, and we're at map point.
Yeah, and while he might not have gotten any last round, Pillow Fort really starting to find his footing. Last 3 rounds, I think he has 5 kills, Robbie.
Man, that's so good.
Yeah, and Celestial, they're going to call a timeout here. I think, you know, I've mentioned this almost every match that I've casted, but the timeout, while you have it, it shouldn't always be used. You know, maybe if the IGL is looking for more ideas, it could be a good usage, but it also gives Flirty some time to talk to RPG about their game plan. And that's something that we both know RPG could use right now.
Yep. And I mean, they're getting shut down on the retakes pretty hard too. Early round doesn't look too bad. I mean, right now, Celestial Titan are just going for really fast pushes. And you can't really respond to that, right? Other than just playing for retake. Either getting off site, playing for retake, or having someone in a super impactful position to shut it down. Whether you're playing that close left angle as the Cypher off the back of your tripwire, or whether you're playing for market off of a spam tripwire. It's those small things that RPG are going to have to start locking down in their micro against this attack from CLST. Because again, I said it before, I'll say it again. They're giving RPG a taste of their own medicine with the tempo that they're going right now.
Yeah. Celestial, it's looking really good. Their util usage this game, like this half even, has just been on point. And
Yep.
Null Command is back online and they're going to use it. Drone. It gets the clear, but Snicker, he's still able to find a pick. No. They're going to be able to get the KO rezzed. Do they have time still to hit the site? And an ult coming through here from Snicker. Doesn't seem like it's going to find anything. And Celestial, they're leaving. And they're running. CJ should be able to hear them, but no, they're still clearing out the B site, even though they have that intel that they're running towards A. And we're gonna see Snicker and Ghosty run towards that A. They're gonna meet Celestial there. Gonna see some scraps maybe, but really good first engagement from from RPG there. They get that rifle, and now only one piece of bad weaponry.
30 seconds left.
Yep. You see that re-clear come out towards main.
And another rifle
Comey.
down.
Yeah. And that's onto Asgo too, the lurker. So you no longer have that thorn in the backside going into this. And here it is. The full exec onto A, coming right on through. Tripwire is getting taken down.
Spike planted.
Checking that off. Ghosty almost getting the spam kill there, but Spike ultimately going to go down here in RPG. This is a retake that is much needed from them if they want to get into this overtime here. Blood getting spotted out in this dangerous position. Presumably, some util going to come out, forcing him off. And there it is. Shock Bolt's going to be that first one. Blue already landing the first kill. Blood trying to play around the choke. Not working out for him thus far, but 35 HP onto Parks. Moves into the dark cover with the shorty. And Blue, he's looking for it. He knows where both players are. There was one towards main. 4 on the round. Looking for the ace. Can he find it? Tap goes back onto the spike. He rushes in.
No!
And he doesn't get it. Oh my goodness.
And overtime, and we almost saw the craziest ace in terms of importance
Switching
so far
sides.
this VLE season.
Overtime.
Robbie, have we even had an ace yet this season?
I think we have. Probably from Pillow Fort.
Yeah, onto ILH, yeah. But to win a match on an ace, that would have been absolute cinema
Yeah.
from Blue. And Blue, he's popping off this map. This is not something we saw at all in Celestial's first game. And, you know, I say this again every match, but really just anybody's popping off.
It's down.
And we're gonna get another look at this RPG attack. They're gonna go towards A, but Celestial, they're more prepared for this. Maybe that timeout was used to sort of get them ready for overtime should it happen.
And as we continue to get this round underway, looks like a disconnection there by Izumi. Small tech issue there, but nonetheless, round's going to have to continue here as the timer is already underway. Looking towards this mid space, Comey, they're going to have to play this slower too because of that.
And Blue really feeling himself, re-swinging CJ, getting that pick. That is huge. And RPG now in a 5v3 for the time being. Celestial rotate towards mid, towards B. But RPG still pushed up, and Pillowfort
Spike down.
going
A.
to find that pick. And now 5v2. Finds another
30 seconds left.
huge round here from Celestial. And, you know, it's all up to Ghosty here. He's able to find one. Sees Pillow.
Last
Re-swing,
player standing.
and Pillow gets the pick. And that's the round for Celestial.
10 seconds left.
So unfortunate for RPG.
Yeah. I mean, just that alone. Definitely a moment of frustration for RPG. Already into this overtime, and the body shooting to come through as well.
Match
Tech
point.
issues, getting the best of them that round. We're going to enter a tech pause here. Make sure we get Izumi situated into the round. But other than that, I mean, what a dominant performance that round from CLST. In terms of their positioning, I mean, they were already ready for the hit coming through. And it looks like the Flood retake was going to be underway. So, I mean, their reads so far on that defense have been so good. Now, Storch, they're ending this game on attack, potentially. And so what I'm looking for from them is to play that same confidence, that same explosive style that we saw from them before, because, I mean, it was working so well.
Yeah, it was working really well for them. They were able to get a lot of early fights, and that has benefited them so far this game. I mean, Blue and Pillowfort, the dynamic duo, pushing and getting all those kills. Right now, they have a combined 53 kills.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's like equal to what
That's crazy.
Pillowfort had in the last series where he absolutely popped off.
Yeah. I mean, and that also just goes to show the layers of the squad too. I mean, Pillowfort, who is the superstar duelist of the squad, putting down numbers like no one has seen before in this tournament. But then Blue, he's above him this game as the person that's actually facilitating him. 14 assists, almost 30 kills. You've got Blood, who's the IGL, also 10 assists, fragging really nicely right now. I mean, the layers to the squad are insane. And even Asgo, you know, they might be at the bottom of that leaderboard, but, you know, the stat line alone is not indicative of their impact on some of the lurks that they've gotten on the attack half as well. So, really good layers coming out from Celestial Titans so far, and that's what we wanted to see, right, Storch? We weren't seeing it at the beginning, but we're definitely seeing it now.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised at how both teams have conducted themselves through this map after, you know, in my opinion, a bit of a blunder of an agent select there. Both teams, they're making it look really good. I'm going to be fully honest. You know, I did not expect it to look this drilled, to look this, you know, to look this good, really. Usually, you can tell when a comp that isn't played as much, you know, you can tell why it's not played as much, but here, it's looking really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing that slightly slower micro style as well. I mean, you can still go for some of those same hits over towards that elbow position where you get that KO flash coming through, Sova Dart goes right up top. Then you get that Neon and just run right on through. So we get that nice micro out of this comp as well. But just seeing how that KO plays into the Neon and the Rays respectively from both teams, really nice to see.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get Izumi back in soon. Really trying to figure this out. And Celestial, it gives them some time to sort of plot out this round, which on attack, it's so much more important to have fleshed out pre-rounds than it is on defense. Defense, you can just have that set up, you know, maybe go for a push somewhere. But attack here, Celestial have the opportunity to orchestrate the whole round. And this is such a big opportunity for them on match point.
As we get ready to get things back underway in the match here, folks, it does look like we are going to get a potential round rollback here for the disconnect there from the side of Izumi on RPG. We'll have an update pretty shortly for you. But, I mean, this just gives us more time, Storch, to just relax. I mean, what a crazy map we've seen so far. This has been a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, that is absolutely for sure. Just swings, and we look at Tab, and we see 2, 1, 2, 7, 8 actually, 3, 1, 4, and then trading back rounds going into overtime. Just really, really big swings of emotion here. And you can tell both teams, they want it so badly.
Yeah.
Oh, and here comes
There
the
we
round
go.
rollback.
Beautiful. Getting that rollback right underway here. Looks like that disconnect did happen right as the round started. So we're going right back into the first round of overtime here.
And RPG, you know, maybe it's a strat here to run the exact same play. Maybe that's just like pretty unexpected, and I think it's similar to what they're looking to go for here. Just CJ is towards the B site. Oh, and we're live. Getting into this round, RPG looking to take some early A pressure. And Celestial seem to be focusing on this mid. We have some pings
we go.
going down. Looks like right across mid.
Yep.
And
Wakey, eggs, and bakey. Ready to get back into the series here. Now, what's nice about this is this gave both teams time to just recollect themselves mentally here. Knife coming through over towards mid. It is a similar look that we got before. Celestial Titan just walking right up here. And so far, you see that early aggression from RPG, and they're regrouping towards B.
yeah, and Celestial looks like they have this read down. All members of RPG now grouped up towards B, but Izumi is going to go back. And we see Blue, such a forward position in mid here. Are they going to re-clear this? Are they even going to go towards mid? And no, they're going through spawn towards A.
I really love the way they're playing that push and pull this round. It's really good. Very textbook from RPG so far. Really taking their time on this one, but you already see the reads coming out from Celestial Titan. Not a single stone left unturned over towards B
30 seconds left.
off the back of that regroup. So Celestial Titan with a bit of a read here, and it's a pretty educated one at that. Pillow Fort leaving, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and come back here. Izumi, once again, taking towards this elbow space by himself. Boombot comes through in a beautiful clear towards this A site, and there it is. We're going to get a 5v5 retake going into this first round. And Comey taking down Pillow Fort already. And that is a big pick coming into this retake. Blue and Blood over towards this main position. First tap comes on to the spike, but Hunter's Fury going to get invested by Snickerdoodle here, forcing them off the spike momentarily. But the take is coming towards main. Flash comes right on through. CJ with a lot of heat towards him. Almost able to get a frag off the back of the flash, but look at where Ghosty is right now. It's looking really dangerous. The position working out so well for him. A very quick response from the teammate, but the Sova not able to take him down. Asgo left onto low HP. And both teams, last player standing, 30 HP on Blue. The half tries to come through, but that's it. He doesn't even have to peek it. That is that overtime round for RPG.
Yeah, and we see the effect that Izumi has
Switching sides.
on this RPG team.
Match point.
Immediately, they have their confidence back, and they've won the round.
Yep.
Now coming into match point on defense. So far this game, defense hasn't been looking as strong as it could have been. Now, it's all up to CJ really to plot how they're going to push this, take this space, and Izumi has to find the picks off these pieces of util, but CJ finding a huge pick onto Pillow Fort, opening the round, 4v5 now, and they're going to use their extra player to leave Izumi inserted in mid.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to see that if you're Celestial Titan. Pillow Fort out of the equation already so early into this round, just from a dry peek from CJ. And that alone just goes to show the effort they don't have to put in to just take out the star player. And so Celestial Titan not looking very characteristic right now in terms of structure. Spike left in the hands of Blue over towards his elbow position, also by himself. And it looks like Blood wants to re-clear towards this mid space. So where we get one taken down here, so I expect they're probably going to re-clear towards this. I mean, Izumi, he's in the position to shut that down.
Yeah,
and just off Asgo alone. Yeah, just off Asgo alone, running towards B main, placing that cam. You see the rotations coming through as well
30
from
seconds
RPG.
left.
Yeah, and that recon bolt from Snicker, it showed that they were re-clearing mid, and now it leaves Izumi in even more of a mysterious position. Celestial, I don't think they're going to try and clear him. But Asgo, so aware, and now Blue, he's planting the bomb. CJ finds another pick. 3v4 retake. CJ gonna fall 3v3.
Yeah, and I love how CJ tried to take things into his own hands there, get the impact in the round that they needed, but, I mean, right now, they've turned this around in blood. Even off that pick alone, too, they've gained the man advantage, and it looked so unlikely early on, but that's the null command from Blue taken down, and the spike is planted in a safe position, going to have to push into this pretty soon. He takes him down. Oh my goodness. Celestial Titan completely making good work out of that, and it looks so unlikely, and they've secured a second overtime here.
I feel like Snicker, he could have stuck that. And maybe we would have had a result already, but no. And Celestial back on this defense. I'm gonna try and get some B space. They've tried this before, it hasn't quite worked out. In RPG, they're all ready for them. Blue, flash out, gonna peek. Still peeking. Blue really feeling himself to take those peeks.
Right here.
And 31 kills.
Standing
I
ahead.
mean, you can't blame him.
And all the marbles on the line in this series right now. And it feels like, and we're only on map 1. It feels like we're at series point here. But map 1, 13-13, and definitely this banger has delivered thus far. So far, RPG looking to hold on to this B main space. Early aggression, looking for any sort of reclears, forcing out any errors from Celestial Titan. You see that 0 point coming towards the A site from CJ, looking to plant that seed of doubt, and that ability alone caused a full rotation from Celestial Titan. So that's, I mean, going into this, that shows the nerves. These quick rotations playing so much more reactionary than they were in that first half. There's been 3 sitting here in B main from RPG the entire time.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and this B site's open, but not for much longer, and they have to take their timing, and they will. And now, Snicker, he's going to be one off the salt. 5v5 retake coming
Spike
through.
planted.
And you have to say, for this round at least, RPG's got to be slightly favored. They've got this bomb down, and the retake isn't even starting until like 10-15 seconds on the bomb.
And them closing that door right there, I mean, immediately confirms Ghosty over towards mid on the flank, but here it is. Looks like we're playing the old Sunset Spam Fest. Gonna come right on through, tap onto the spike, and we're getting this underway. Up top, Omen looking to do the damage, but he's on such low HP. Blood able to take down Izumi with the shock bolt alone. Snickerdoodle to get that trade, and he's on the spike still, diffusing it. That's it. Hunter's Fury came through, but he just doesn't shoot it. And the kills off the back of that, and Celestial Titans have regained the lead.
Switching sides.
14-13.
Yeah, and what a huge round for Celestial. Match point coming onto this attack. And attack, it isn't really something that they've struggled too much on.
Shutting them down.
Now, Celestial, they're looking towards this B. RPG's fully ready for them. Looking to dart off this flood, go for some spam kills. But no, CJ not going to spot anyone out, but is going to get the intel that there's 3 there. We hear the footsteps. And look at how deep Comey's up through mid, and he's going to take this peek.
Yeah, I mean, and they did this so much on their defensive side, too. Last time I saw this, it was CJ. Just pushed up here, just gets a kill for free and just gets out. And this time it's Comey. Looking for that. Now, Asgo, it's been over towards this A main position. Hearing nothing. No sort of pushes coming out. It's the battle of the ciphers over there at A. Just both waiting for some sort of error. But meanwhile, the hit's coming towards B. And we are on a potential map point here. Let's take things down. Completely nullified out of that take, though. And Comey still implanted in the position. But Blood clears that? Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. The game sense from him
30 seconds
to even
left.
look into that position is so good. And right now, the hit coming over towards A, and I'm not even sure if they're aware that the Cypher setup is here. Pillow Fort might run into these trap wires, and with only 18 seconds left on the clock, they're going to have to clear this out pretty soon, because the stall comes right on through.
Tripwire destroyed.
10 seconds left.
Parks, spike going to get planted there, and there is one of the tripwires going to get hit. Aldrone coming right on through. 0 point. Temporarily stopping the retake, but Snickerdoodle gets one through the cyber cage, and we've said that a lot this series, but Pillow Fort following things up, and he's been dangerous so far, but Izumi completely trading that off, and that brings the number advantage back into RPG's favor. And just like that, the bodies fall.
Wow, what a game so far. 14-14, and Snickerdoodle doing everything in his best efforts to kill Izumi, and he's gonna get the kill.
Overtime.
What an ult. 14-14, Robbie. RPG and Celestial, both teams have looked very good so far this game. And I really don't know which team is going to come out on top. I feel like we could be here forever. Celestial gonna crash through mid. This hasn't gone well for them in the past. Maybe we'll see a change this round. Spam gonna come through. And Blood, huge pick, finding Izumi. And Pillow Fort, he's gonna find his way out. And now, RPG, they're just at a clean disadvantage.
I mean, and it didn't look clean at all, but it gets a whole lot messier before it gets pretty. Celestial Titan really embodying that so far going into this. Ready to get scrappy into it. Mid-fight going their way as it didn't last time, just like you said. And that leaves them with 5 standing. And the bad part about that for Red Panda Gaming here is it's the duelist that they lost. So it's going to be really hard to take that space onto the site. You still got that Cypher alive. Got to look for the trips.
Yeah, they look like they're scaling up towards A. Are they gonna fake B here with this Sova? See Dart coming through. Smoke's going down. But now, RPG, they're scaling up A, and the only person there to stop at them is Blue, but he's gonna get help
30
from Blood.
seconds left.
Bomb has to go down soon. And Smoke's coming Yes. And Celestial looking for a retake, but Blue popping out of the smoke, finding one. That's a big pick.
Yeah, it is. Big pick indeed. And I mean, that's the KO taken down. You no longer have that 0 point to take down the abilities and even the fragment lineup to take down the safety position. He has been so impactful this game, but RPG getting all the kills left and right, getting an even man advantage here on both sides. Pillow Fort looking for the angle on Takomi, but Snickerdoodle from main has taken him down, and that secures a man advantage. Still looking for a backside Hunter's Fury to come right on through. Being very patient with it there, not getting the first tag, not getting the second, but the third comes through. Cypher towards that elbow position, and it's only on to Pillow Fort. Not even half, no time. The shots look good, but that is it.
And he gets both. All that's going to do is pad some stats. Wow, and RPG taking that round.
Switching
Now coming on
sides.
to defense.
Match point.
They didn't have a great half on their defense. However, things can change. And here's the final timeout coming out of Celestial. They know they've got to win this round. And this is really setting up for a very interesting series.
Yeah.
This is easily the most exciting and closest game we've had so far this season.
Yep. 100%. This is wild.
This is definitely game of the group stage. I mean, regardless of the games that are left, I think I can already call it. It's just so nice. This might actually be a matchup that I could see happening in finals.
100%, yeah. I think both of these teams have proven themselves in their first matches in a really good way. And even going against each other. 2 strong teams looking pretty good against each other too. So, I mean, this match is also proof for them as well. And this could easily be a grand finals matchup. I mean, I could see that.
In RPG, they really like putting the mob towards B. This Sova KO raise.
Yep.
Celestial bomb is being left in spawn, but gonna go towards mid. Early dark cover from Komi. Komi coming up towards mid. He's gonna walk into pillow fort.
There.
And he's been spotted. Has to find his way out. And he's gonna get picked off, and that's a big loss from RPG. And Celestial, very big advantage now this round, but Asgo goes down. Izumi able to find a big refrag.
I got spike. I'm out of here.
I mean, the last few times we saw RPG try to get that tiles play, it was just one person there. Last time I think it was CJ just went for the pick onto pillow fort, and he actually got it. This time Komi went for it, got punished. That's how you can see Celestial Titan making those small micro adjustments during the game, checking out more boxes than they were when they first went up against the team here on this map. With 35 seconds left, it looks like they're coming towards this A site, and this is where the Cypher setup is too, so pretty soon going to have to go ahead and clear this out.
Wall's gonna come out. They have control of the site. Haven't found the trips yet though. Could Ghosty maybe find one off a pick? And he's able to find a huge pick onto Parks now. 3v3. Blue on 1 HP. Has null command. If he gets rezzed here, he will be full health.
Yeah, and he'd have to go down pretty soon to make that happen, and it looks like he won't. So Pillow Fort looking to get impact here, and he gets it. Also, Blood following up on the other side of main as well, and it's CJ left in a 1v3. KO, very low HP, but pretty soon he's going to have to get a tap onto the spike. There it is, 0 point to come through, confirming the positions, and he can kind of land on this one for a while. Looking for the pick, it's halved so far, and they're playing it so smart right now. Taps for the half, and the re-wrap from main does really well. Pillow Fort able to assist Blood there and get the immediate trade, and it is 15-15. We're entering round 31, Storch.
Yeah, and we look at RPG, everybody within 1 kill of each other. Now, Celestial, Blue, he's got 35. 35, 21, 21. That's a stat line for the ages.
Yeah.
And just showing how powerful that initiator role can be. Early aggression here from RPG. RPG fast taken towards A. But Celestial, they're going to group up and they're going to try and look for a pick here. Sova Drone going to spot out two. Blue's going to engage here towards Izumi. Flashes himself. Falls. CJ, big pick. Izumi gets Blood, 1 HP. 33 health on Blood, has to peek. Gets a huge pick onto Izumi. Going to try and wrap main. And it's CJ now. 1v2 on the A site while his team's rotating.
Oh!
And he's up to the top. Asgo going to pick both off from mid.
Those are big picks. Oh my goodness.
3 on the round, Robbie. He knows Pillow Fort somewhere. He's gonna spot him out.
Player standing.
Has that null command, but in a 1v2.
Asgo has been so big this round, taking down the 2 rotations toward the B site and that spike as well, and able to recover a neural theft off the back of those 3 kills. So CJ left by his lonesome to do the task, 1v2, and right now they're very split. He's gonna have to take his timing and go for this fight pretty soon, recover the spike before they're able to get together. He does have null command in place. Not really too much use in this current position, but he's gonna have to make a run for it. There it is, null command coming through, and all that does is give Asgo his positioning. He's got to run right on through. Asgo looking for the kill. It's a little labored, but he gets it. Celestial Titans securing that 16th win of the map.
Switching sides. Match point.
Yeah, and Robbie, I don't know if you remember in First Strike, forget who the other team was, but TSM was playing, and that went to, I believe, a 42 round overtime. And
This is a nice spot.
I think this game potentially could go that far.
Yeah. Definitely a battle for the ages. I mean, I expected it to be close, but not this close.
Yeah, this has really been a treat to watch. And Celestial, they're just fast hitting B. Pillow Fort, he's through. Nice, back off. Planting, door main. They're gonna get it down. Izumi finding 2. Huge pick onto Blue and Parks. That's all KO util and all smokes down for Celestial. Now, suddenly RPG, they're looking to be favored in this retake. 2v5. Izumi, huge round, 4 kills. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a flawless 2. You do not want to see that in overtime if you're Celestial Titan here.
Yeah, and this game, it's been 32 rounds. Just what a match to watch.
I'll find them.
Round number 33 underway here, folks.
There.
Moving in to this next overtime. Pillow Fort once again taking the contact here, but this time a bit of a crossfire, but still gets the kill on the CJ. It's a bit labored, uncharacteristic fight from him. And there's the second one already on 1 HP. Blue even to follow up, and right now, Celestial Titan are just completely bodying RPG. Absolutely no response to these defensive positionings.
Yeah, and Pillow, he's aware of where Izumi is. 2v5. And Ghosty and Izumi, they're gonna have to do it all on their own.
Cage triggered.
Definitely a tall task for sure. 2v5, especially got Pillow Fort still alive. He's on low HP, but he has done the work and then some this round. Zumi looking for the first point of contact there towards CT. Ghosty. Contingency plan towards this main position. Both trying to poke and prod at the setup here. But right now, not too many mistakes getting forced out from Celestial Titan. And as I say that, Parks getting punished off that peek alone, and Izumi to follow up as well. Pillow Fort's only low HP. And they've made this go super well. And Blue going down as well. Oh my God. Goodness!
2v5!
2v5!
Izumi and Ghosty doing it all. What a round.
And it started off so well for Celestial Titan, getting all of the picks, 3 that is, immediately, while RPG were taking the site. The exec was completely halted.
Yes, this should do.
Big games call for big plays, and that's what we've seen here from Izumi and Ghosty. 2 for Izumi, 3 for Ghosty. Sweeping up everyone, and Celestial just giving too many ones, not swinging off of each other enough. That could cause them to lose this game.
Yeah.
No.
And after that round that we had the small tech pause, I did not think we'd see ourselves here. RPG up in the overtime right now.
Yeah. 16-17, round 34. Oh, and Asgo! He's up. I had my colors mixed up there. Yeah, it's been the length of like 2 games. Or at least 2 Celestial games. And Riot seems to agree with us that this match has maybe gone on for a little too long.
I mean, yeah. Very unexpected loading screen right there.
We'll have to resume this match once we're able to obtain all the stats that we're up.
All right, folks, and as we get that underway, give us just a second here as we get the tech issues sorted here. It's going to take just a second here. We're going to go to a small intermission here, and we will give you an update once we have one. All right, folks, so the update that we have here is, unfortunately, we did take too much time in that match in the lobby there, as there is a limit for how long a custom game can go in Valorant. So what we're doing now is we're getting everybody loaded back into the server. We are going to reload the stats into the game, as we do have them all confirmed here, including the scoreline, and we will be back with the match underway once we have that done. Should be around 5 minutes. Thank you so much for your patience.
Tell the DJ to bring a new sound. Take it right there to the rhythm, let the bass roll out. Show me how you move, how you get down. Take it to the dance floor, do it now. Tell the DJ to bring a new sound. Take it right back to the rhythm, let the bass roll out. Show me how you move, how you get down. Take it to the dance floor, do it now. Tell the DJ to bring a new sound. Take it right back. Tell the DJ to bring a new sound. 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 Tell the DJ to bring a new sound.
Hit the right beat, make it unique, flip the technique.
Do it like that, work it like that, shake it like that, take it right back.
Move to my feet, hit the right beat, make it unique, flip the technique.
Do it like that, work it like that, shake it like that, take it right back. Take it right back.
You lovely folks at home, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience during our small tech pause here. Well, small tech pause is a lie. That was a large tech pause, I'm going to be honest with you, but we have got the moderators with the stats in the stream ready to go, so we're going to get this match underway.
Great, and RPG, they do have this round advantage. Now, remember, this is not actually round 25. I believe this is round 37, Robbie? Round 38, rather? So it was 17-16 when we stopped.
Yeah.
So, going on for quite a while.
And for those of you that don't know, it was 17-16 before we had that text pause, but we're back at 12-13 because it's just overtime rules here at this point. So it's going to be the same effect here, nonetheless. So coming into this round here, I mean, Red Panda Gaming on map point right now. And still, it feels like a whole series we've been here, Storch. I've said it once, but here we are. An RPG already clearing towards the same main position. Still taking that tempo that they loved to take before. It was towards mid before, and this time it's towards A.
Yeah, and we see RPG, they got really early progression up A, but they're gonna have to give it up now because Celestial, they're just hardened to beat. And Retake's gonna come through, Snickerdoodle staying in the smoke, gonna try and find one, getting spammed out. Pillowfort finds the pick onto Izumi.
And Komi already coming towards this backside position. I mean, it looked really good. And right now, number advantage for Red Panda Gaming. They can take this sunset map away. This is where they struggled before, but they're looking to redeem themselves. Blue going down, even further confirming the way this map is going to look. And does fate seal itself? CJ taking down Blood. The clutch going to have to come through, and that is it. Red Panda Gaming taking map 1 in this series, and an eventful one at that.
Wow. What? Just like, despite all the tech pauses, finally able to complete the game, and RPG, they win it. Not the most convincing win, but very, very close, and that was an exciting one.
Yeah. I mean, crazy indeed. That was a crazy match that we had right there. I mean, tech pauses thick and thin, but the teams, I mean, they kept their resilience throughout all of it too. Able to show that they're even able to get through the things external from the game that have no effect. And the narrative that we talked about that with before, Storch, was the trash talk. Being able to get past all of those things that don't directly affect gameplay is so important, and I think we've seen that from both teams here, but RPG coming out on top.
Yeah. And, you know, that performance from Blue, it's just so much, and it's not enough. Blue, Blood, and Pillow Fort, altogether that's 95 kills. Just not able to close out the match. And that's gonna hurt for them.
Yeah. I mean, what an insane performance. And just looking at the scoreboard here, now the only stat lines we can really look at here are KDA. Obviously, ACS not going to be accurate as the stats were manually input here. So the KDA is really the only thing that we're looking at. Izumi 12 plants. We haven't seen that one yet. That's funny. Nonetheless, though, what a great performance from them. I mean, Pillow Fort came up a lot of times in this game as well. I mean, he showed us a lot of the heroics that he showed us before. And I mean, looking at Blue here, and obviously the leaderboard is completely out of whack here because the ACS doesn't match up with what the KDAs actually are. But I believe Blue ended up being our match MVP for this one, just looking at the stat line here. And so for him and Pillow Fort to be able to be that dynamic duo in the server on that KO Neon, I'm excited to see how that comes out on Haven on this second map here, because I mean, I expect to see the same type of gameplay. Maybe Blue's going to be on that Breach, maybe Pillow Fort staying on that Neon, but nonetheless, I mean, that synergy is one to look out for on this team for sure.
Yeah, no. Izumi and CJ showing why they're still on this team. I mean, showing they've been together for so long. They have that, just, they think together. They are like, you know, there's the three fates. They're like the two fates. They're sharing the same brain with each other.
Yeah.
And it's looked really, really good.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Good indeed it did. And both teams fighting so hard in that one. CJ Izumi, such a dynamic duo topping the leaderboard here that we see. But folks, we're going to go ahead and hop to a small intermission. It feels like we've been in intermission more than we've actually seen gameplay this game, but we'll catch you on the other side for Haven. my goodness, what an insane map that was. I mean, not only did it go to so many overtimes, but it took 2 hours. This match started at 4 p.m. EST. It's 6:28 now. We're about 2.5 hours into this matchup so far, and it's only been map 1. Now, folks, our other caster Storch did have to step away here, and joining me for the second map of Haven is going to be my great friend here in Fish. How are we doing today, brother?
Hello, hello. I just got done watching a fantastic match indeed, so very, very excited to see how this is going to go in the second map.
Yeah, and I mean, that was crazy. That Sunset map was absolutely insane from both teams. Obviously, with that being Celestial Titan map pick and them dropping that, I'm really nervous to see, you know, them coming into Haven in the series, because not only was momentum on the side of RPG ending that game, but we're also going into RPG's map pick, and we know how explosive they like to play on this map. Last time we saw them here, it was that Yoru ISO comp, and they were completely just running it down on every single extremity. So Celestial Titan are really going to have to find the confidence here and really show that resilience coming into this if they want a chance in the series.
Yeah, they really, really have to get this win in Haven, obviously just to keep that series alive.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
I think just to point out, their mental, after such a long game, they're not going to be too happy, especially with that rollback. It might cause a bit of issues, but obviously a fair rollback indeed, so can't get too mad at it. But if they've done their prac on Haven, if they've done all the prep work, done all they need, then they should be able to maybe get a win. But RPG, they are a very, very prac-reliant team. They practice a lot, they've done their anti-stratting, they've watched their VODs, and this is really wherever it goes.
Yep.
I can see both teams getting a win here, especially with Pillar 4 shooting the way he was in that first map.
Oh yeah, a pillow for it as always, just such a force in the server. And this time we actually are not going to get that ISO comp. And I believe it was CJ on Yoru and Izumi on ISO, but this time they're swapping places. Izumi's going to be on the Yoru, but CJ's playing the KO now. And we talked about that comfortability last map. I know you were watching here, Fish. Storch and I were talking about that comfort, and it seems like CJ really loves to play into this KO, and that's a swap here for RPG. This isn't the comp we got last time. I mean, it looks like we might even get that Cypher deadlock. Wow.
If they go for a Cypher deadlock, it does have an actually really, really bad match up into this Harbor Viper comp that Celestial chosen. Obviously, going to be extremely difficult to retake, especially because of this Viper. But now you have less initiator util to use. They're really, really going to have to hold at this site. And with a double sentry, of course, they can do it. But it might just come down to a game of getting the spike down. And I think Celestial can do it.
I think so too. I mean, they've shown really good set pieces with this comp. I believe they played this exact thing the first time around, and they're used to that double controller style as well. I mean, we saw it work out so well for them on Lotus too. And just the 3 bomb site map calling in general from Celestial is so good. Blood, really good leader in the server when it comes to maps like Lotus and Haven. So although this is RPG's map pick, I truly do believe we're going to get another close affair here, because Celestial Titans are just so damn good at maps like this.
Yeah, but obviously, Celestial Titans do get this win. This will be our first true best-of-3 series in the entirety of the season so far.
Yep.
Only ever been 2-0s, I still find that a nice little fact. Yeah, just to point out, it wasn't actually a deadlock. We always get trolled.
Yeah.
But so, however, it should match up significantly better into this. More recon, allowing you to find out where this Viper Lurk is going to be, what they're going for the game plan, what they're doing for the game plan, in fact, and just allowing more options in the retake.
You're absolutely right. Those options are very crucial, and that comes down to the rechargeable utility, right? And I mean, on the side of Celestial, they don't really have that in the Sky or any initiator in general. But you're absolutely right. That Viper and that Harbor are so good at shutting down retakes in terms of the slow you get through running through the Harbor walls. You also got the Cove to deal with. You've got the Viper Molly. So Viper's still really good at those stalls, even Cypher. So I expect them to really utilize that double controller and Sentinel utility to really lock down the side after they get the spike plants. Now, on the flip side, what intrigues me about this comp Fish on RPG is we have a solo Yoru duelist. Now, usually on Haven, when we see comps like this, that double initiator, you've got that Omen Cypher, we get a Jet in there, even sometimes a Raze or a Neon, right? Neon's been really fluttering lately all over the maps. And right now we have the Yoru. How do you think this Yoru is going to pair with the KO Sova? Because I'm not entirely sure if Yoru is necessary with that. But what do you think here?
Well, I'm not too sure about this Yoru. I think the goal of it is it's almost a bit of an anti-strat. It's trying to get more flashes for the retake, for the double controller. But Yoru is a hard agent to play. I know from a bit of experience, PANDA doesn't really have the greatest jet in the world, so maybe that's why they've gone for it. But he's very good on the Neon too, which I believe, personally, is a bit better than Jet on this map.
Yeah.
So, we're really interested to see how it runs out, how they play it out.
And I love that we're getting so much innovation from both teams here as well, Fish, because like coming into this, obviously we were expecting a lot of prep work, and prep work is exactly what we're getting. And I honestly think this comp switch is also indicative of them just getting ready to go against the Celestial Titan playstyle.
Yeah, it has to be. Very curious on what this tool actually is from Celestial. All of A is being held by a single trip. But weirdly, I don't actually think that trip even holds flank. They just walk through window. Maybe going for a bit more of a C take here. Yep, C into garage.
Yep. That harbor wall already coming out to lock down this garage space. Ghosty playing a very forward position, but gets punished out by Blue immediately with the Frenzy. Izumi looking to do some damage through the high tide over here towards CT, but CJ actually finding one from garage there, and Izumi following up too. And right now, already numbers starting to dwindle for Celestial Titan in this first pistol round. RPG, 4 left standing. Celestial Titan only 2, or 3 rather, and one of them is very low HP. And this retake's actually underway before the spike even goes down here. It's a complete flood. Low HP, Blue can't do the damage. Pillow Fort left alive here. 10 HP, gonna have to go for the reload. And Asgo, just like we saw in Sunset, the shenanigans, going for that lurk. And right now, Pillow Fort, he's trying to go for the shot, doesn't get it. Gets taken down by Snickerdoodle, and Asgo left by his lonesome. 1v2 here. Goes for the shots. Counter strafing comes in. And there it is. Paranoia blinding him out. And the shots there labored. Comey still takes him down, though. Pretty close, but RPG taking that pistol away.
Yeah, that has to be a fantastic sign for RPG. They even managed to already beat out the retake, and we're seeing a bit of their strategy already. Going for these floods, going for this fast plays, try and take some space. And I just want to talk about CJ's timing that round. I don't know if you saw it on the stream, but he managed to just walk into garage. And it was a real big fawn for the side of Celestials. They had to leave the Cypher in Asgo just to hold him down, and he even managed to get one.
There's a very quick takeover towards this B site. Much expected on this eco round right now. You've got that Viper wall holding off that A link. You've got the high tide towards B link. And Blue coming right on in. He's the tip of the spear. He's got the spike. He's going to drop it. And what is that? Not sure what the thought was behind that play, but the harbor completely going down at the beginning there. And a full retake already commenced onto this B site. Parks left in a bit of a crossfire. Pillow Fort, Sheriff in hand. Does get the first shot, looking for the second, but can't get it. Snickerdoodle landing 2 with the Spectre there. And keeping 4 alive, really good for RPG's economy.
Yeah, you said it. Part for the RPG economy. They did, in fact, lose a gun, unfortunately. CJ not being able to pick up that Spectre. But very nice. I just want to point out the ult economy. CJ, RPG have a win con. One off this ult, this hover ult for Snickerdoodle, the Hunter's Fury, and that could really be a use in what I'm expecting is going to be a retake round. Just to point out, we're seeing more of what Celestial haven't stopped. Little speed take straight away. And they're not even scared to push in through B-Link. Unfortunately, it didn't work in that round, but something it might have to be scared of.
Toxin screen down.
Also seeing more value in this harbor, just being able to use their cascade. Just to go walk up all of C. Unfortunately, Fake, RPG aware of it, clearing out all of C. And this looks very good for them. Keeping hold of almost every bit in sight, maybe expecting a bit more towards B because of the wall. But obviously, Don't really need to.
Snickerdoodle.
Now it's RPG. Yep.
Yeah, that's the
Cage
lurk
trigger,
too.
cage trigger.
They're taking him down. Not gonna have to worry about that thorn late into this exec coming through. Right now, very passive setup here from the Cypher. On the side of Red Panda Gaming. Does take one down off that tripwire too. Cove didn't come through fast enough, and Blue, once again, with the spike, is so deep in this right
30
now.
seconds left.
Looks like they really want to go for this fight. Yoru fake out. Gonna hit that tripwire. And as we said, looking towards this double controller comp to lock down the side on the retakes, and Blue does take two down. He says, screw the utility, I'm gonna use the gun. Hunter's Fury lands onto Blood there, tap onto the spike, but one re-wrapping towards Long, and that takes him down, and that's a bonus for Red Panda Gaming.
Yeah, Red Panda Gaming, they converted the bonus round. And we did actually see the win con in that Hunter's Fury come out. But this is gotta be damaging to Celeste mental. They're even just losing these ones with having a weapon upgrade. Or was it Parks? Maybe not too confident in Viper. Maybe just not too confident in this map at all. Dying just outside garage with absolutely no value. And gifted the ult. Now it's RPG on the defensive. Taking all of this A main control. And with that, Ghosty taking all of C. I don't think Celestial know it, but they're completely trapped right now. We saw this a lot, actually.
Yeah, this is
Let's go.
insane. Taking
Let's
all
go
of A
top.
lobby, even the Cypher pushed back towards C too. Uh-oh.
Right, pushed into Snickerdoodle, but he's just too good with it. Shots absolutely insane. Gets the third.
Remaining. Spike
See it?
down B.
Plays the rest of it out, and it just doesn't look like there's any answers for Celestial so far.
Slim.
They're gonna run. Ours go down. Eventually, they're gonna fall to Uzumaki. And now, just the economy. It increases, the ult economy gets better and better. Now, it is Celestials with the ult. The Cypher and Taro can definitely make a play here, especially in a round they need to win. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a timeout from the team yet.
Yeah. And I mean, they definitely got to stop going B. I mean, not only is that the easiest site to retake on this map, but I mean, RPG have a really good read of how passive they play around the A and C extremities right now. And you see them going for one of them every time, and this time it's just B. Every round, RPG are just picking one of these lanes to just take control of, and they have the right read on it every single time. This time, Parks landing that first blood is able to take one out, and I love the BM there. Showing the passion in the server, but Snickerdoodle wants to re-clear this, actually. He's going to go for the lurker. Gets punished, coming right through the toxic screen there, Blue. Looking to get the follow-up, but Snickerdoodle is so good on the fadeaway. And that's all she wrote.
Just look how deep the spike is. It's in spawn.
Tripwire destroyed.
This one. A garden. But the rest of the team is on C. I mean, the round it looks pretty over for Celestial, but we've seen them make plays like this. Their IGL and Pillar Fort are still alive. The star player in that. Looking to go towards mid, and now it's 2v2. Kobe falling.
Remaining. Last player
Snickerdoodle
standing.
falls too. Izumaki trying to make the read, and he has it perfectly. But maybe just not trusting himself. Blood peaks with the first contact.
Ooh!
There we go. A bit of a throw from RPG, but Celestials do get a round on the board.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot to end things off there from Blood. Securing that 1v1 scenario, I mean, and that's a round that they needed, so feeling really good in the comms after that one, presumably, and definitely a confidence booster for Blood there.
Yeah, I think he needs that confidence boost as well. Entire team negative. The entire team maybe is not playing to the standard they hoped for.
Get out of my way.
I was seeing RPG completely push through mid. They're already fighting for the extremities. I think there was 5 scans actually, and now they're gonna realize it's just completely on A.
Yeah. So much A presence given here towards the early round. CJ looking to make some impact there off the back of the flashbang. Fragment going towards short, trying to dismantle the take here, but nonetheless, all the attention goes over here towards long. And right now, looks like the retake might commence pretty soon here, but Azumi with a spam right through the high tide completely takes him down. Seekers invested into the round. Bladestorm still online. Dimensional Drift getting the information on site. And right now, this retake is underway. Azumi moving out. CJ getting the first blood of the retake, and there's number 2 coming right out of it. Null Command popped. Right now, 5v1 scenario. Blood, can he take it? He cannot. Snickerdoodle landing the headshot, and there it is. A dominant, flawless retake from Red Panda Gaming.
The Red Panda Gaming, they just seem to be playing so much differently and so much better from that first map. 5-1. And on this Haven defender side, not really what you would assume the scoreline to be on. But I just want to point out that they are really, really working well just to take out these controllers. The Celestials. Parks having quite a slow game, 1-6. And with his Viper's Pit taking 9 ultimate orbs to get up, he may only have 1 this half. Obviously, that ult just being absolutely fantastic, it really, really does matter.
Ghosty. Tripwires are good for 1. Pillow Fort getting punished there on the take. And getting 3 on the round. Really nice shots there from Ghosty. And that is a full lockdown onto the C site from the Sentinel player on the side of RPG. Parks left by his lonesome with a Spectre. And Izumi backstab. And there it is. Flawless once again for RPG.
Here.
Not really too much to say about that round. It's a Celestial, and they just get mowed down. RPG just have too much momentum, and they've at least secured a tied half so far. But now, Celestials, they're going to be wanting to make 1 back. They have this Viper's Pit. They've had this Harbor in the Cypher ult. They've been saving it all around. And this has to be the time you need to use it. You need to get a momentum grabber after losing 2 straight rounds in a row. And 4 rounds before that. I feel like RPG just have a read every single time.
I suggest you move.
Here
The
comes
Reckoning.
Harbor ult. Yeah,
Yep.
Reckoning.
And they want to make another approach to this B side. Have they learned? They have not. Snickerdoodle already taken down the first blood here. And right now, looks like Celestial Titan having a hard time dealing with these tripwires coming into the takes. Even the Viper's Pit invested into this one. They're not able to get control of site immediately. Shorty's in hand. Still taking control here, and Comey just wrapping around it. Might be able to go for some impact here, but it looks like the guiding light going to come through pretty soon. And there it is, Hunter's Fury invested. Right onto the B site, does take down Pillow Fort, and another one landed for 90. And once again, they're having such a hard time locking this down, but Blood with the spray transfer. IGL on the side of Celestial Titan, not able to get the job done. Red Panda Gaming looking dominant right now. That is a 7-1 lead, and look at the BM. I mean, this series is slipping away from Celestial Titan by the round.
Oh, if Celestial Titan had a round to win, it should have been that one. Investing 2 absolutely huge ults. And now they're facing 7-1 down. And finally, we're starting to see the timeout. And, well, there's only really one thing they can call. They just have to fight these extremities. Maybe just solely focus on one side of the map, or even do the exact opposite. Go for a default, play more reactionary, because they're just giving up too much space.
Yeah.
Maybe even just take this time as a breather. They clearly need it, especially just after that first map. An absolutely huge first map, 2 hours long. Really dealing with every single one of the players here. Breather might just be all they need. But on the flip side, just Possessors, this does give RPG time to talk to their coach, time to reposition, time to make some changes. And we saw how impactful talking to the coach was. Every single time Flirty got that timeout going, it was just a complete change for RPG. I don't think they lost a round after those timeouts. Or maybe they did 1, I think, actually, but still, momentum swung their way.
Yep. And that's one of the narratives that we talk about in the caster's booth as well. Having that coaching staff being able to give that external support that you're not able to see in the server. You've got those blind spots, and, you know, Celestial Titans really looking to figure those things out here. I mean, you have to diagnose those live, and especially when you're down 1-7 on an attack sider map at that too, and they're on the attack side. And so they're going to have to recover at least 5 here to make this look somewhat salvageable. But just based off of what we're seeing right now, if this trajectory continues, this might just be a map for RPG.
Celestial's on the low by 2s. This round just seems even less likely. Oh, we are seeing it's almost a repeat the pistol. Trying to take that garage control, but they're ending it. Going towards B. It's Komi to hold it. And he's going to get one Nazgo. Clearly not trying to use that trip. Saving it for the C-site. And Pellofor, he's just snapped Izumaki's head off. A fantastic shot. But
yeah, and look at the space that Parks took up towards A too. You can see he's probably giving into the comms. Look at the rotations coming through. All of them running towards A, but right now, off that pick that Pillow Fort got in Garage, you see there's so many question marks in the heads of RPG right now, trying to find out where is that jet. Oof, Parks getting a little too aggressive there. Aldrone coming through, confirming things. Spike does go down here, and Pillow Fort, there it is, has completely activated that lurk and took down CJ as a very important player coming into the retakes with that KO utility. Looking to play in through the cove, flashing right out of it. A little bit of a team flash to come right on through, and Blue getting forced forward out of that awkward engagement in Blood. Able to take the other down, and that's a big pick from him too. Neural Theft confirmed where that jet is coming from now. You have that information, so Ghosty has to take this 1v1 really quickly as that Spike starts to change tempos. Going for the 1v1 here, does take him down. Right now, giving an extra chance into this. No cage to mask his defuse, so Pillowfort going to have to go for it quickly, and that he does. There's your Thrifty from Celestial Titan.
well, if there's a round to start a comeback, a Thrifty is pretty good. Now, they're the ones with a bit of economy. Teleport, he's very rich, 4.7k, but still not the richest in the server. That's Izumi. Still just showing how strong this RPG economy is. But now, it's RPG in the back, but they're the ones who need to find answers. Something that hasn't happened all game, so we might need to see how they can adapt to this.
Revealing area.
Aggro camp, spotted by Celestials, but choosing not to break it, but I say so. And they are just pushing down through mid. And while all of that happens, a lot of B presence, but it's a fake. But during the fake, they just lost their duelist. They've lost all the C space. I don't know what's going on this round.
Once again, RPG taking that C extremity. And I like what they did this round, Celestial Titan. It was a response to the conditioning that was happening on B. They just work up with the controller abilities, try to go for that tap and then just fake it, and then move towards C. But I mean, there's just 1v1s being taken all over the map from both teams right now. And so awkward here from Blue. I mean, this is a dismantled look we usually don't get from Celestial Titan. And we've said that a lot this series, and maybe that really just is how this team is performing throughout the series right now. Blood looking for more, and Blue, I think he's aware of where both positions are. He has a chance to go towards the A side. He's got Spike in hand, 30 seconds left on the clock, but I mean, the fact that we need heroics from this player right here every single round to get around Windfish, it's not very convincing.
Yeah, I think the RPG are going to be aware that they can go towards A, but he's going to win the 1v1. Now this seems way more doable for Blue. He's going to have a good amount of time with the planet. It all matters on where he plays. If he gets aggressive, might be able to get time with Snickerdoodle. Doesn't. And this ult is actually pretty big. It might lead a bit of fake information. This A side is completely clear, and he's going to peek through. Ooh. Now it becomes a 1v1, all on Ghosty, but he's too cold. He's going to win it out. Trying to his best smart impression.
Yeah. I mean, that was just... It was so doable, too. It looked really nice from him, but I think he got a little overzealous there in that last peek, to be honest with you. You get that first pick, you get around the corner, no trade comes through. You can back up and play it a little slower. Let Ghosty swing into you there. So it's small errors like that that turn into very large outcomes in the rounds. And we're down to 8-2 already.
Yeah, it's 8-2, it's 10-2 territory, and that's not a good half, especially on the better side of the map. But
That goes there.
I just want to say something about Blue. If there's going to be a player to pop off, come back, it's going to be him. Absolutely astounding first map. I think he was match MVP if you had the previous scoreboard in.
Yep.
And he's going to be the one to take the first contact. Bando, or Izumi, falling. Now, Slash deals with numbers. Again, it's this re-clear of C main. Gonna break the trip, and it creates so many question marks.
Oh! Wait. What? They're standing next to each other. Wait, look at front B right now. Komi and Asgar are standing next to each other. What is happening? Oh! Oh my goodness. We haven't seen a situation like that yet this tournament, Fish. That was too good. Yeah. Nonetheless, 4v4 retake coming underway. Snake bite. Force out any floods here. Got the high tide. So far, both teams looking to take things a little bit slow here. Null command comes through. Parks, tip of the spear, able to take down that null command and also land the second on Takomi. It looks like they don't want to watch this res though. They're going to play it a little safer here. Parks has done so much damage this round. Two of the dinks there towards heaven, but Blue able to take him down at the end. And CJ on slightly lower HP getting taken down coming out of CT there. Ghosty left in the clutch situation, 1v3, but not enough time left on the spike, and the only thing he can do here is damage. Oh, that's bad news for him. Ooh.
What he's
Maybe
done,
not.
I think he might have actually just bought Celestials onto a low buy in the final round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely enough to buy some rifles. But it looks like Celestial Titans, they finally have a bit of an answer. Playing it significantly better after this timeout. But it's still too little, too late. At the maximum that you can get at Date 4, and the worst, 9-3, they might have to be praying for a curse here, especially with this buy. RPG creeping up mid. They've been so aggressive this entire game. Look at this. Hello 4. And Asgard, they're sat outside C main. They're expecting a push up from there. Instead, it's a push from A. In the meantime, CJE is gonna go down. Snickerdoodle, great trade back. No.
I love the support there too. The moment that Park started to get that pressure onto him, see the rest of his team turning around. So it looks like the comms really coming back online for CLST coming into this, but still a fight getting taken towards here. Izumi left on to pretty low HP, and Parks is aware of that. Looks like he's making a mid-round audible for the team to come here. Capitalize off the back of this. Gonna have to use the dimensional drift to get out of there. Huntress Fury invested from Snickerdoodle. None found.
30 seconds left.
I think Central Titan's going to get a free plant on the site. Maybe Snickerdoodle has something to say about it. Finds one. There goes Parks. Now he's full flash. Spike still hasn't been planted yet. Snicker, stop it. No, we cannot. Now, it's a retake scenario with this flash.
Last player standing.
Blood lucky enough to get more there, but really, definitely should have.
Yeah. I mean, Blood has been absolutely amazing on the Sky, but it looks like he's making a lot of solo plays. I'm not really seeing a lot of that synergy between the Sky and Jet on the side of Celestial Titan, and that's something you need when you play a very stationary comp like this. You're really utilizing that harbor wall, the cascade rather, to get those forward positions. I really want to see more duels happening from the Sky and Jet, especially on this defense. They're going to need to take space and get in RPG's face, give them a taste of their own medicine if they want a chance in this.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think another win comes for them. It's going to be this retake. Quite easy to retake. slash into C with this double controller comp. Maybe RPG. This won't end out very quickly, you know. It's a 2-hour game they had to endure. How nice of them, making sure the other team gets there in time.
This goes here.
Hello, Fort. He's full flashing the angle. He gets out. Doesn't get noticed. And now it's just all saying a fast A hit. This is not going to play the angle with the flash.
Look at that. Spike planted.
Blood only good for 1 in this Harbor Cubby. Now, a 4v2 scenario, and, well, Celestial don't really have too much of a chance, do they?
Player standing.
One dead.
Maybe Arzo. Maybe he can do something here. Ghosty on low HP in this crossfire. Doesn't have any util to break up, but maybe we're gonna see some god aim. No, it's gonna go back. Peeking through. Still. Can afford classical CJ. He tried his hardest, I'll give him that, but not really much else he can do there.
That one will leave a mark.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see Celestial go into this force buy. Worked last time they did it.
That goes there.
Maybe not. Trusting just in the Sheriff of Blood and Pillow Fort. Oh. If there's 2 P players, does he tap? Probably be these two, maybe blue. I definitely see this working.
Pillow Fort looking to get aggressive towards short here. Goes for the shots. Does land 2 on a Snickerdoodle. Very low HP. Looking for the spam off the owl drone. Doesn't get it, but as they're wrapping towards this long position, he's aware that's where all the hit is coming through. Still lands one down somehow towards that short position in the sky on the side of CLST. Getting taken down going into this, and once again, that Jet doesn't have that to play off of. So Pillow Fort gonna have to find individual impact without that in hand, but Blue getting the trade on the Snickerdoodle with the classic. Does help things out in the situation here, but I mean, such an unlikely round from them. Definitely salvageable. 56 HP, one way comes right on through Spectre in hand, but the rewrap from short comes out from Ghosty. Taking down Pillow Fort, 5 HP in a classic, and a dream. And the dream is turned into a nightmare. CJ landing off that last shot, and that's 11 for RPG.
He said 11 for RPG, 2 rounds away from taking this map and taking the series 2-0. Now, not the greatest by Celestials. Obviously, forcing the Sheriff means you're not going to have too much money. A Guardian for Pillow Fort. Or still, a 1-shot headshot. And you can never really count him out. He's had some fantastic plays, and he's clearly one of the best players in the league so far.
I mean, what a testament of confidence here, too. Just jumping right through that cascade. Izumi looking to get the entry. Very smart, throwing the fake out there, getting out the Cypher trip. It's a complete rewrap into Garage. Coming towards C here, Asgo. Gonna be the one to take all the pressure here. Now this Viper wall giving him a really nice pocket to play through. All of them gonna have to push through it. Presence gets confirmed. Pillow Fort taking that first blood there in Garage. And so far the fight happening here. Pillow Fort, or Asgo rather, gonna have to go for the kill. Comey running forward with the Spectre, and he does it so well. Really fancy with the footwork there from Comey. Taken out by Parkstone. That's spike control for Celestial Titan. Definitely a round that can work in their favor, but I mean, they're going to need a lot more of these 2v2. Map is completely flipped.
Yeah. I think their plan was just go back towards that A site. Ghosty clearing everything, and now Blue, he's been spotted, but he's gotten it down to a 1v1. Better gun, but less health. It's so nerve-wracking. Trying to get on stage, goes back into his cove. It's a game of timings here. Ghosty, he's gonna spot him. I think they spot him at the same time, but Blue just missing the shot. And there goes another bonus win for RPG, and they look in prime position to take this series 2-0.
Man. And I feel like the rage is definitely hitting Celestial Titans right now, given all of the circumstances in this series alone. So many things not going their way. And again, not the roster that we saw in their first matchup. And part of that is a testament to how they've really approached this. They might have been more scared of RPG than we thought. And right now, it's a full mid approach. Going for this control this time. Bit of conditioning there. Cascade was invested mid last time. Didn't go there. This time it goes. And they actually follow it up, but the hit is coming over towards A. Dimensional Drift getting all the information ahead of the retake. It looks like he might actually stick into this one. He's got the judge in hand. He's looking to maybe do some damage here, but decoy to come through, and right now he's just a thorn in the backside. Even CJ getting the first pick here. Null Command coming right on through, completely nullifying this retake going into it, and I mean, they're on their back foot. And this is series point as well. 12-3 right now. Only 2 left to do the job. Make that one as go. 100 HP, 3 bullets left. There it is, Neural Theft coming through, reload. Paranoia, take him out of this one, and that's the judge of Izumi to land onto him, and that is it. The series for Red Panda Gaming. Really dominant performance on that Haven map.
Well, you watch Sunset, you think, probably gonna be a close game. And you'd probably assume the same for Haven, but it seems like RPG just really playing well. But even with that, I don't think we can take anything away from Celestials. Still a fantastic team, but a bit to work on. I just want to emphasize that.
Yeah.
Not the bit to work on, that they're a fantastic team.
Just completely, utterly dismantled there on that Haven. I definitely wasn't expecting the scoreline to be that much, you know, of a big increment. So I'm definitely in shock right now just based off of that performance alone. But it looks like Haven, I think it's safe to say at this point, Fish, that it looks like Haven is Red Panda Gaming's playground. And so I guess the only thing that you have to worry about moving forward if you're going against RPG is getting that Haven ban in place. Because the first comp with the Yoru ISO, they made it look really good, completely dominated their opponents. And then the second comp right here with the Yoru KO looked just as good, and they took just as much space. And they're in your face with it. 13-3 against the Titans of Celestial that we're used to. A really good team in the server. And now this means a lot for Red Panda Gaming. They've secured a playoff spot with this performance alone, sending Celestial Titan down to go up against the winner of Operatives and ILH in this group. And so the question mark for me is, what are they going to work on going into that series? Because, I mean, they had a really dominant performance in their first matchup against ILH. And then they've just completely dropped the ball in this one. And so you don't want to see them now going down to a team that is kind of ranked towards the bottom of this group. It has me scratching my head.
Oh, yeah. Celestials, the Titans have fallen. Unfortunately, not making it into that playoff slot. Still, another chance to do it. Can be falling into the lower bracket and into the qualification game, which is either against ILH or Operatives. Going to the decider game, actually, not the elimination game.
Yeah. And I mean, after that matchup too, I mean, tonight, later on, 9 p.m. EST, we've got Ultralight Academy versus Fanatical Radiance. Feels like we've already had 2 best-of-3 series here in this tournament, but still have some action underway. And I mean, that matchup's going to be really good too. Ultralight Academy took down their first opponent 2-0. Fanatical Radiance did the same. So I definitely suspect that game is going to be just as close as this one. Maybe not like the first map, 16-18, but I definitely think it'll be close for sure.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Should be a very good game to watch, and I, for one, will probably be skipping. I'll probably be asleep, to be honest, but
Yeah, it's a late one.
it's a very late one. We're only, actually, I didn't know this, we're only 4 hours ahead now. No, 4 hours behind that. No, 4 hours ahead. Yeah, daylight savings. But anyway, if I was the viewers, I would be watching the game, me personally.
Yeah,
If it's not
Me
too
too.
late, of course.
a really good matchup to watch as well. And going back to this one here, Snickerdoodle coming out as our MVP on this one. Bit of a slower performance there from Blue. Still did the damage on that Harbor, but you know, he's shown his versatility this series, showing those amount of, you know, impact on the KO that he had on Sunset and then switching to that Harbor for Haven. He's really shown a pretty good intellectual amount of versatility on the agent pool. KO and Harbor being two pretty niche agents, I would say, in terms of their play style. And I think that he has shown that he has really good strength on both of them, and I think that he's a difference maker on the squad for sure. Blue is an impact player for this team. And knowing that about him, and they also have Pillow Fort, the duelist that we see as their superstar, I mean, the layers just start to stack up. So it surprises me, the scoreline, but I still think they're sitting nicely. Because going into these bottom brackets, I mean, if they're going up against ILH, it's Walmart bag that Pillow Fort's got to worry about. And I honestly think that he wins that, you know, series every day of the week. He did it the first time around. I could see him doing it again. Same with Blue against the Initiators on the side of ILH. But then on the side of Operatives, I mean, you know, he's going up against a duelist that had a really hard time, you know, breaking through. And so when I see the two potential matchups that Celestial Titan have here, I still think that they completely take that playoff spot. But I guess we'll just have to find out when that comes, because this is definitely a form that I wasn't expecting to see from them today. On the flip side, though, RPG showing why they are the Red Panda gamers.
Red Panda gamers, indeed. I just want to point out what you said in Celestial Titans. They got Pedafort, they have Blue, two fantastic players. But I feel like they could fall into the trap of just over-reliant. They're just too over-reliant on those players to be able to crack out. And maybe when they're not having a good day, maybe some external factors, maybe they're lagging a bit, it could really, really affect them. So I just want to see another player, maybe Blood, Parks, or Azox, I can't remember his name, just to step up the game a little bit.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. That indeed going to have to find the resilience going into that bottom bracket match. And folks, we've got a series planned for you later, 9 p.m. EST, Ultralight Academy versus Fanatical Radiance. And we'll see you on the other side.